This is Indiana High School Baseball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The KVB pregame show with Mitch Columbi is next.
It's going back, and it's going to be a home run.
Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Big time
That's the
hit,
game.
And that's going to be a walk-off RBI single. Swung on, chopper to third. Here comes the go-ahead run. It's over the head of the center fielder, and it's a home run.
Oh,
a
my
3-run homer.
Welcome to the KVB pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
The new era continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. A sectional championship is on the line. The Tri-Township Tigers host the Westville Blackhawks on Memorial Day. This is Indiana High School Baseball. With us today, breaking things down and analyzing play on the diamond, our sports analyst, Kevin Hannon. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. And we welcome you to Tiger Baseball Field in La Crosse, Indiana, 46348. We are back for more as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. Happy Memorial Day to everyone listening as we get ready for our 10th baseball broadcast of the 2024 spring sports season. We have seen our Tri-Township Tigers in action, but have yet to see these Blackhawks from Westville. We, of course, talked to head coach Mike Shinrod of the Tigers several times on the Saturday Sports Line throughout this season, but when we look at the Blackhawks, manager Bryce Barton and his club started their 2024 campaign a bit rocky. They went 2-8 through the first 10 games, and one of those 10 games came against these Tigers of Tri-Township, where the Tigers got the better of the Blackhawks, beating them 12-0. The final 7 games of the year for the Blackhawks didn't get much better as they went 1-6, ending their regular season at 3-16 on the year. They fell to Tri-Township again on May 13th, 12-5. The sectional, though, is when they turn things around. It has almost been like a breath of fresh air for these Blackhawks as they beat Marquette Catholic in the quarterfinal this past week. They then beat one of our other area teams in the Culver Cavaliers this past Saturday, 10-4 in the semifinal round, as they find themselves in another rematch with one of their conference foes. the Tri-Township Tigers. The Blackhawks come into this sectional championship matchup at 5-14 on the year and 0-7 in PCC play. Leading the team, swinging the bats for the Blackhawks is Rory Bradney, averaging a .314 at the plate. Right behind him is Maverick Marcos, batting a .270 up to this point, and then rounding out the top three is Gavin Hannon. He's averaging a .262 at the plate. As a team, these Blackhawks are hitting a .225 batting average on 71 hits, 67 runs, and 54 RBIs on the year. For the pitching, the Blackhawks have used 11 different arms through the 81.2 innings pitched. They have an ERA rating of 7.29. With us this morning, breaking things down and analyzing play on the diamond, we are honored to have former area baseball coach Kevin Hannon as our sports analyst. Welcome to the championship round, Coach.
Well, thank you. This is what you play for. You mentioned earlier about Westville struggling a little bit during the season, but they're right where they want to be. When they started practice in March, this was the goal, to be playing on Memorial Day, and they're here, and they're hoping to keep things going.
Well, he kind of talked about it in the KVB Coaches Corner. We'll hear in just a minute, but from what he said, the bats are hot right now for the Blackhawks. How important is it to get on base in a game like this?
Oh, it's very important. I've always said pitching is the name of the game, but in order to combat that, you got to have good at-bats. Every at-bat today is important. Every base runner, every extra base. The small things are huge in championship games.
Well, we turn the page and look at the Tri-Township Tigers. Skipper Mike Shinrod and his ball club have had a memorable season for Tri-Township, just like someone else we know did for them in the winter season. They started their 2024 campaign going 5-5 through the first 10 games. Notable wins during that stretch came against Michigan City and Morgan Township. They finished the season off going 4-2 in the final 6 games, where they found themselves in the PCC Tournament Championship after beating Boone Grove for the first time in over 25 years. That's a long time. They finished off their regular season after a tough loss to South Central in the championship round 6-1, then fell to Hammond Science and Tech to finish off their regular season. The Tigers began their sectional run against another one of our area teams in the Oregon Davis Bobcats, winning 24-6. They moved on into the semifinal round and beat Triton here this past Saturday. 4-0 was the final, as the Tigers come into this sectional championship matchup at 11-7 on the year and 2-5 in the very good Porter County Conference. When it comes to hitting, Dylan Stewart leads this team with an amazing .617 batting average, which is also good enough for second in the state of Indiana. Right behind him is senior Blaine Rust, hitting right at a .458, and then rounding out the top three is Cody Vernich, averaging a .286 at the plate. As a whole, these Tigers have a .283 batting average. They have 126 hits, 138 runs, and 101 RBIs on the year. Looking at the pitching for the Tigers, they have used 8 different arms through the 100.2 innings pitched. They have an ERA rating of 3.41. They have allowed 59 hits, 97 runs, and have struck out their opponents 167 times. Coach, it's been since 2002 since these Tigers hoisted a sectional championship trophy on a ball diamond. Give us your thoughts on this year's Tigers team.
This will be my first time seeing them in many years. I haven't been out here since they cleared the tree lines that used to go down the left field line and out in left field. So it's always been a beautiful place down here. Good people, good baseball. But they're hoping today to piggyback on Stewart's masterful performance Saturday on the mound.
Well, and then on top of that, this was something that head coach Mike Shinrod had talked to us on the Saturday Sports Line last year. He said the goal was to get a sectional championship. I talked to him a few moments ago. I said, here you are, Coach. When you plan and prepare to get to a sectional championship and then you find yourself in the sectional championship, I mean, that's probably, it's where you want to be, but what has to happen in order to get that goal achieved?
You got to have a little bit of luck along the way too. The ball's got to bounce your way a little bit. With every round you advance in the playoffs, the teams you're facing get a little bit better. So the pitching gets a little bit better. And at this level, you just can't throw your number one out there every day. Like Stewart went Saturday. Stewart's not able to throw today. Right. So it's up to the rest of the Tiger staff to keep them in this ball game today.
Well, we are expecting a great afternoon of IHSAA Sectional Championship baseball action on Memorial Day. We appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show. Taste the feeling. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thank you to my good friend, John Thompson. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports. We are lucky to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is your Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report. We turn now to our sideline reporter, who is right next to the Tri-Township Tigers dugout. It's Paul Dunn. We've got him here. It's been a long time since we've had you on the broadcast, Paul. Sure do appreciate you being here.
Well, yeah, it's a great day for some baseball. Great day for someone to win a sectional.
Oh, man, Paul, you were a part of the Culver Cavalier team as an assistant head coach. You saw the Westville Blackhawks just a couple of days ago. Give us a rundown of what you saw from the Blackhawks.
Well, they don't make mistakes. See, if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to hit off of them because you're going to have to get legitimate hits because if I remember right, they didn't have any errors against us on Saturday, and they hit the ball extremely well. So Tri-Township's got to make sure that their pitching is well in order here today.
Yeah, you're right next to the Tri-Township dugout. What's the vibe like? What are you getting from them? Are they getting ready for I mean, you got to be up for a sectional championship game, I assume.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. While the Blackhawks were warming up, they were laser focused, watching them, not saying anything, which says a lot about how the coach has them ready for this game.
Well, Paul, I sure do appreciate you being here, getting all the inside information down on the field, being our eyes and ears up close. We'll catch up with you in a little bit, okay?
All right, sounds good, Mitch.
All right, that is our sideline reporter, Paul Dunn, here in La Crosse, Indiana, getting us all the inside information today at this sectional championship game. Very excited as we invite you to stay tuned. We will hear from Bryce Barton of the Blackhawks and Mike Shinrod of the Tigers. That's after the break in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
All right, I'm here with head coach of the Westville Blackhawks, Bryce Barton. Here we are, Coach, Sectional 50 Championship round against the Tri-Township Tigers. Looked at the schedule. Looks like they got the better of you the first two times, but the first thing that I've heard from them is it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. What are you guys bringing to the table today?
Yes, sir. I mean, we're a different team than when we played them the first 2 times. I mean, we're coming in here with hot bats. We're ready to go. The energy's up. We're just going to take it one inning at a time, one game at a time, and we're going to do our thing, man. It's we trust our pitchers, we trust our defense, and the lineup we've got is pretty strong. So we're excited to get started today.
What's something that you've been kind of sharing with the boys? I know this is kind of uncharted territory, a chance to bring a sectional championship home for you guys, which has never been done. What's the message right now to the boys?
Don't focus on that. Focus on the inning at a time, man. This is a game where it can be anybody's ball game. Baseball's a mental toughness sport, and we've been focusing on that all season. We've had a lot of adversity. Our regular season record does not obviously show what we can do. We're in the sectional championship, and so what I've been letting my boys know is that nobody wants it more than us, and so we're going to go out there and prove that today.
Message to Blackhawk Nation who may be listening.
Let's let them know today, baby. Let's let them know.
Happy Memorial Day, Coach.
Thank you. You too.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
I'm here with head coach of the Tri-Township Tigers, Mike Shinrod. Baby, it's Sectional 50 Championship Brown. Been since 2002, Coach. What's the message to the boys right now?
We're bringing it home right now. Just be relaxed, play like you've been playing, and bring this home for the Tiger Nation.
You know, one thing I think it's interesting, Coach, is we've been talking about this moment for 2 years now, the last 2 seasons. Last year, we know how it ended. It just didn't go the way you wanted with injuries and such. Here we are 365 days later. You're in the position you talked about wanting to be. What do you have to see on the diamond today?
We just got to play good defense, throw strikes, and go up there and hit like we've been hitting. I mean, these boys worked hard to get to this point, and, like I said, we talked about this for 2 years. At one point, I sat in an office when I got hired here 2 years ago with Kelly and Snod, and I told them, they told me they had group kids that they thought could win a sectional, and I said, all right, I'll bring it home for you guys then. So I made that promise 2 years ago, and I make that promise today. We're bringing it home tonight.
Any other messages you would like to share with Tiger Nation who may be listening and here supporting you guys?
If you're not here, be here. If you are here, be loud. Keep these boys hyped, and at the end of this day, congratulate them, because they're making history. They made history during this season. They're making history tonight in this sectional.
Go get them, Coach. Happy Memorial Day.
Oh, yeah, thank you, guys.
Hey, folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out, because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School Sectional Championship baseball action, what are your Auto Park keys to the game for the Tri-Township Tigers, Coach?
And for me, it starts on the mound. Cade Gazelke, give him a gritty performance. He needs to, limit what they can do offensively, and then pitching and defense. That's how you win championships.
All right, flip sides, your Auto Park keys to the game for the Blackhawks.
They probably want to get to La Crosse's bullpen. So again, same thing goes for them. They want their Villarreal to be on the mound and not have to go to their bullpen. So pitching and defense again is, I sound like a broken record, but you get to these championship games and the team that doesn't make mistakes wins most days.
That's our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Time to sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke and chill. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Now it's time for the KVB starting lineups.
For the Blackhawks in the field to start today, we will see Gavin Hannon in left field, Jack Stacey in center field, and Mason LeBounty in right field. The infield shows Maverick Marcos at third base, Jackson Pilarski at second, Carter Glass at first, Rory Bradeney will be the shortstop, Ryder Beckner behind home plate is the catcher, and Joey Villarreal gets the call to start on the mound in this one. For the Blackhawks. For the Tigers, their batting order shows the shortstop Blaine Rust leading off, then second baseman Noah Kneifel, third baseman Dylan Stewart bats third, and the catcher Cody Vernich is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth will be pitcher Cade Koselke, then right fielder Lucas Kaiser, center fielder Tanner Ringel bats seventh, first baseman Ethan Daly is at the 8 slot, and at the bottom of the lineup we will see left fielder Colin McCardle. That is our starting lineups for today, as we will be back to get set for the first pitch. Hey, you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
Stay tuned for America's Pastime with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
The tradition continues with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Happy Memorial Day from La Crosse, Indiana. Welcome to game number 16 of our 2024 spring sports broadcast season to see the Tri-Township Tigers take on the Westville Blackhawks in the championship round of Sectional 50. Hello again, everybody. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. We are proud to let you know the public address announcer at Tiger Baseball Field is our very own Chris McGowan. The scoreboard operator is Aaron Rust. The official scorekeeper is Amber Rust. Our umpires for this afternoon are Sean Treese, Donald Heichel, and Kevin Dotto. With us today, we are honored to have sports analyst Kevin Hannon along for the call. Paul Dunn is getting an ear for us on the sideline as our sideline reporter on location for the South Central Satellites is Nathan Orger in North Judson for their sectional championship matchup with Wheeler Also, the Knox Redskins sectional championship matchup can be heard on our other station. Yes, we own 2 stations here at KVB. It's Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR. That's Max 98.3 FM with the boss, Tony Ross. We wish the Redskins good luck against that matchup with New Prairie today. And like I said, I am Mitch Colombi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for sectional championship action from La Crosse, Indiana. Wanted to give a big-time shout-out this morning, Coach, to my Indianapolis 500 family. My good friend Jay Barney and his uncle Rich Barney, I believe, are tuning in right now from Michigan. I'm not sure. They said they were going to catch the game, so I wanted to give them a big-time shout-out. We weathered the storm yesterday. It was a long day, but we stayed till we had to get home, but it was really good to see my Indianapolis 500 family. It's very interesting. We only see them once a year, but when we see each other, it's like we're long-lost cousins. So I wanted to give a big shout-out to Jay Barney.
That's great. That was a long day at the Speedway yesterday.
It was. Were you there too?
No, I was not there. I've been once in my life, and I think the race lasted 2-3 hours, and it took me 5 hours to get home. So it was a traffic nightmare.
Well, we are starting this Sectional 50 championship matchup with Blaine Rust in the box, and Villarreal deals the first pitch. It's a breaking ball just up top for ball one. Good eye there by Blaine.
Yeah, interesting pitch choice there to start the game off with the curveball, but
comes back. Chopper now to third, picks up, throws over to first, sliding, and he gets the out for out number 1. A short chopper to third. The third baseman there on the play for the Westville Blackhawks was Maverick Marcos. Over to the first baseman, Carter Glass, for out number 1.
Yeah, and Rust was busting it out of the box there. It's the different intensity level that this game brings. First batter of the game, head first dive into first base.
Noah Kneifel for the Tigers will step into the box. Things are moving right along here. He's a .245 average on the season. It's his 64th plate appearance of this year. Next pitch, swung on and missed, evens the count at 1-1 now. Villarreal, it's going to take maybe a couple at bats to get the pitching down here. I'm not sure if they had faced Villarreal earlier on in the season. No, I'm being told they did not. So this is the first time the Tigers have seen him. As the next pitch is a ball outside, making it 2-1.
And just watching him in his warm-up pitches and his first 2 batters here, he's a little off, little in a rush. The intensity, the adrenaline's a little high right now.
Next pitch finds the zone, evens it up at 2-2. Kneifel, a .413 on-base percentage, .326 slugging percentage. He's looking at the 2-2 from Villarreal. He kicks, he deals. Ball up top. Now we've got a full count here. So the Tigers being patient here early on. The full count. Swung on, popped up high, back to left field. And it is caught for out number 2, the left fielder for Westville. That was Gavin Hannon. And I believe you said you have some relation down the line with him.
I do. It's I'm not exactly sure what number of cousin they are, but big sports family over there at Westville. also a bunch of Purdue fans, so they're all right people.
Hey, they just went up a notch in my book.
That's good.
It looks like they are going to intentionally walk Dylan Stewart here, the number 3 hitter, so we didn't even get a chance to go through his stats. We'll have a chance to talk about him later on in this broadcast. He is just a phenomenal baseball player in this area, but he will take his base, and now stepping up, the number 4 hitter for the Tri-Township Tigers. It's Cody Vernich, the catcher. Villarreal, the right-handed pitcher, deals up top for a ball.
Yeah, interesting strategy to put him on base here with 2 outs, nobody on, but we'll see if that works out.
The 1-0 popped up high, trying to be fielded by the shortstop, and it is. So that is out number 3. The shortstop made the play for the Westville Blackhawks. That was Rory Bradeney. So Dylan Stewart on first, left stranded. That is the top of the first. 0-0 is the score. We're going to take a quick break and come back. Bottom of the first on the way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Snep at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. We go to the bottom of the first sectional championship round of Sectional 50 here at Indiana High School Baseball. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. Pretty quick first inning there by the Blackhawks.
Yeah, very quick first inning. Villarreal kind of settled down and got through it. And I think as the game progresses, the strategy right there of walking Stewart, I'm not sure he's going to see a pitch this game.
At
but
all.
We'll see what the situations evolve into. But very interesting here.
Well, I wanted to make sure and mention on this Memorial Day, we pause to remember the many fallen soldiers who died protecting our freedoms. Memorial Day has its origins from the time of the Civil War when people began laying flowers on the graves of soldiers in the spring. At that time, the day was known as Decoration Day. Memorial Day has since become a holiday to include all those who died during the United States military service. We are honored that we are here today and playing America's pastime in their honor as well, Coach.
Yeah, words can't express just what they mean to our country, to us as individuals, and I would not do them justice by trying to speak any more to it, but big thanks.
We'll catch up with our sideline reporter Paul Dunn momentarily, but now we're going to see the Blackhawks step in. The number 1, 2, and 3 hitter for the Blackhawks. And we'll see Gavin Hannon up first, the left fielder. Hannon comes in today a .262 average, a senior on this Blackhawks team. Then we will see Jack Stacy, the center fielder, and the shortstop Rory Bradney. So here comes Gavin Hannon to step up to the plate. He will face Cade Koselke for the Tri-Township Tigers. Koselke comes in today with a 2.76 ERA. He will deal his first pitch. Swing and a miss by Hannon. A bit outside. He wanted it, though.
Yeah, went up there and just a little too aggressive early in the bat. Swung at something out of this strike zone.
Koselke right to work. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Last week, our Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week, Dylan Stewart of the Tri-Township Tigers, one of the names he brought up was Cade Koselke. As here he delivers the 0-2, he said Cade Koselke is just really coming into his own here lately and playing very well on the mound. The 1-2. Popped up. Back to center field. It will be a blooper and a base hit for the leadoff man, Gavin Hannon. He gets on base.
Yeah, just reached out and put the bat on it, and a lot of grass out there in the outfield to find a hole.
Next up for the Westville Blackhawks is Jack Stacy, the center fielder. Stacy comes in today a .227 average. This is his 33rd plate appearance on the season. Koselke bunt shown, and it'll go foul. They're trying to get Hannon in scoring position as soon as possible. This is kind of what we saw in, well, you weren't there that game, but myself and Nathan Orger in against the Blue Jays in Winamac for that sectional round 1 matchup. They were trying to get runners in scoring position as soon as possible. Risk it all.
Yeah, it's a small ball, and you got to get what you can, move your runners, try to peck away.
0-1 from Koselke to Stacy. Ball outside.
And that's a great strategy, but did you do that during the regular season? Are the kids ready to execute in these types of situations?
Koselke to deal the 1-1. There goes Hannon to take 2. The cutoff man, they throw to second. He's safe. Catcher Cody Vernich slings it down to the second baseman, Noah Kneifel, but not in time. The leadoff man, Hannon, slides in safe, and he is in scoring position for the Blackhawks. We are scoreless here, bottom of the first. No outs, one on in scoring position. Now the next pitch gets past Vernich. It will allow Hannon to get to third. So now the first run of the game is 90 feet away for the Blackhawks.
Now offensively, if you're the Blackhawks, you just want to put this ball in play. Lacrosse has the infield back. They're going to give you that run to get an out, so it's up to the batter to come through here.
2-2 swung on and missed for strike number 3, and out number 1. Going down swinging is Jack Stacy, and now will come up Rory Bradney, the shortstop, for his first plate appearance of the afternoon. He's a .314 average on the season. It's his 41st appearance on the year. Koselke finds the zone. Going right to work here.
Yeah, needs another, for Lacrosse's case, be nice to get another strikeout here and keep that runner at third.
0-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Going right at it is Koselke. We also remember him in the basketball season on the Tri-Township Tigers basketball team. Several sport athletes on this team. The 0-2 popped out foul. Staying alive here, keeps it 0-2.
Yeah, that ball's up at his eyes, and, with 2 strikes, you can never be too careful.
Koselke takes the sign and he deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3 and out number 2. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Paul Dunn, who heard something in the Tigers dugout. Paul?
Yeah, before the game, while the coaches were in the meeting with the officials, one of the assistants was going down, met with all the players and said, "This is our house. We play here. We practice here. We're not going to let this Blackhawk team come in here and push us around."
All right, Paul, we'll keep back in touch. Appreciate the update. That's exactly what the Tigers need to hear in the dugout, especially hosting the Blackhawks. As here's a chopper down to third. Little bobble, throws over to first, not in time. The run will cross. It gets past the first baseman. Now advancing to 2 is the number 3 hitter, Rory Bradney. So he will reach 2 on error, but he does bring 1 home.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Put the ball in play and just mistake defensively there by the Tigers.
And this is exactly what head coach Bryce Barton was talking to us about in the KVB Coaches Corner. He said the bats are hot right now, Coach. They're able to get a run across in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, he swung at a pitch there up and out of the strike zone, just able to get the bat on it and got him a run.
Koselke deals the first pitch. This is Maverick Marcos, the cleanup hitter. He's got a runner in scoring position in Rory Bradney. Inside at the hands, he swings on it. Picked up by Blaine Rust at short, slings it over to first, and they get the out for out number 3. So a runner left stranded in scoring position, but 1 run crosses. It's 1-0. The Westville Blackhawks lead the Tri-Township Tigers. It's the Sectional 50 Championship round here in La Crosse, Indiana.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
This afternoon's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue this tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. We go to the top of the second, 1-0. The Westville Blackhawks lead. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. The Blackhawks are proving the bats are hot right now for them.
Yeah, just put the ball in play, and a lot of times good things will happen.
We'll see for the Tri-Township Tigers, the number 5, 6, and 7 hitters. It'll be Cade Koselke, the pitcher, coming up to bat first. It just seemed like Koselke may have been a little surprised by that run there. You know, when you beat Westville both times, and we mentioned it in the pregame, it really was a pretty big win for them in both occurrences. Maybe a little bit of a shock here of a different ball game they're seeing in sectional action.
Yeah, and Hannon reached base on a hit, and he stole second, got to third on a wild pitch, and scored on an error. So, one hit, and you get a run there. Cross just needs to clean that up defensively.
I counted 15 pitches by Cade Koselke in the first. I counted 10 by Joey Villarreal.
I'm within one of you on both, so we're close.
We're close enough.
Seems like an easy job to be able to count pitches, but as you're watching the game, there's so many things going through your mind, and your pen, the message from your brain to your hand to move the pen on the paper sometimes doesn't work.
My goal is if I see him winding up, I click it right then and there.
Yeah.
Well, coming into today, Koselke, he is a .250 batting average. This will be his 53rd plate appearance on the season. He also has an on-base percentage, Koselke does, of a .423 on the year. So he can get on base, and this would be the time to do it to answer what the Blackhawks did there in the bottom of the first.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 19, Cade Koselke.
So he will step into the box. Joey Villarreal set to deal. Did a very good job in the top. They walked Dylan Stewart, as I'm sure a lot of people probably would, knowing what he has done this season. First pitch inside, ball one called. 1-0 from Villarreal. Big hit back to center field. Oh my goodness, and it is gloved by the center fielder, stretched glove. That's Jack Stacy. Out number one here.
Koselke hit that ball right on the nose. It got up there in the wind a little bit, and center fielder didn't make it look easy, but he caught the ball. Good running catch.
We'll now see Lucas Kaiser, the right fielder, step in, the right-handed hitter, facing the right-handed pitcher. Villarreal will deal. Ooh. And he swung farther than halfway, and that is strike number one. I don't know if he wanted to swing on it, but it was too late.
No, good breaking pitch.
0-1. Finds the zone. Villarreal going right at these Tigers right now, who are on their home field but playing in the away team position. Breaking ball finds the zone, and going down looking is Lucas Kaiser for out number two. They're playing pretty loose right now, Coach.
Yeah, Villarreal got through the first inning, was just a little bit off. Like I said, the adrenaline was going. Looks like he's settled down now. They got a run on the board for him, so looks way more relaxed the second inning.
Tanner Ringel swings on the first pitch offered, popped back to left field, and it is gloved. 3 up and 3 down. Fast work for the Blackhawks. 1-0. They lead the Tri-Township Tigers here in the Sectional 50 Championship round. We take a break and come back. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, agriculture has been a cornerstone of our business for more than 135 years. Our personal relationships within the ag community run deep for multiple generations. If you're looking for a financial partner that knows, understands, and supports agriculture, I'd love to hear from you. I'm Isaac Blue, ag banker at First Farmers. Come into our Knox, North Judson, or Culver branches, or visit us online at ffbt.com when you're ready to talk about growing your operation. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 45 years. Call 574-946-6894. Ask for Howard or Dean. We certainly thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. We go to the bottom of the second. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. We have Paul Dunn down on the sidelines for us. We'll catch up with Nathan Origer here shortly, who is at North Judson, Indiana, to see the South Central Satellites in their sectional championship matchup. But back in our game, it's 1-0. The Westville Blackhawks lead the Tri-Township Tigers. In talking with head coach Bryce Barton, the Westville Blackhawks have never won a sectional championship on the Ball Diamond. The Tri-Township Tigers, it's been since 2002, Coach.
Yeah, I remember that 2002 lacrosse team. I was in the PCC at South Central at that time, and they had a dominant number one pitcher and talent around him, and they had a good run there for a few years.
We will see Ryder Becker, the catcher for the Westville Blackhawks, step into the box to face Cade Koselke for the first time this afternoon. Koselke, ball up top. Becker comes in today, a .219 average. It's his 38th plate appearance on the season. As here's Koselke, the 1-0. Misses the zone, just slow for ball number 2.
Westville dugout making some noise down there.
.324 on-base percentage for Becker. Just a freshman on this Blackhawk team. Next pitch up top, ball 3, and that's kind of what we were talking about with Paul Dunn in that Culver matchup. He said that their dugout gets a little rowdy. They want to support their team as best as possible. 3-0 from Koselke. There it is, finds the zone for strike number 1. He is in a battle right now.
Sorry to leave you with dead air there, but, there's a line there with what the dugout needs to do and what they don't.
Slicer up the middle. Koselke gloves it. He's going to run over gently and gets it to the first baseman for the Tri-Township Tigers. That's Ethan Daly for out number 1. He knew to be calm there.
Yeah.
Take his time and get that to first.
Absolutely. So a lot of times those are the hardest plays. The pitchers there has probably too much time. And a lot of times, you don't want kids to think. Anytime a kid has to think on a baseball diamond is not a good thing.
For the Westville Blackhawks, we will now see Jackson Pilarski, the number 7 hitter, step into the box. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Koselke right to work. Oh, man, it gets away from him and past the catcher, Cody Vernich, for ball number 2.
Just held on to that one a little too long. Ball kind of stuck to his fingers there. No harm.
2-0 from Koselke. And that is a ball inside up top. Ball 3 now. So this is back-to-back batters where he has thrown 3 balls in a row.
Yeah, and the first batter of the inning kind of helped him out in a hitter's count with weak contact, and there he walks the 8-hole or walks the 7-hole.
So Jackson Pilarski will take his base. This will bring up Carter Glass, the first baseman. Glass, he comes in today, a .125 average. It's his 33rd plate appearance on the season.
Let's see what they do here if they don't know much about the Pilarski kid at first base and his speed, but doesn't appear that they're going to be bunting here with 1 out.
Glass an on-base percentage of .344. He takes the first pitch for a ball inside. 1-0 count with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
That's where offensively right now, that's a pitch Westville's got to lay off of. That ball's not in the strike zone, and
missed it again,
but didn't swing, so now he's got the count back in his favor.
2-1 count. Koselke checks the runner at 1. Set to go, kicks, deals. Oh, and it's going to go fair down the left field line. It will advance the runner to 2, and that is a base hit for Carter Glass.
Yeah, hit that ball right on the nose down the line. The runner at first, I'm not sure whether he thought the third baseman caught the ball in the air or what, but he didn't get a good jump on that. As the ball down the line, he was only able to get to second base.
Already at the number 9 hitter for the Blackhawks with 2 on, 1 in scoring position. It's the pitcher, Joey Villarreal, and he swings and misses on the first offered pitch. Villarreal comes in today, a .160 average, his 39th plate appearance on the season. Trying to get an RBI here. He swings on the next pitch. It's popped up foul, out of play. On the year, Villarreal has 3 RBIs up to this point. And we've talked about it before. If you can get that number 9 hitter on base, it takes you back to the top of the batting order, and that would be bases loaded potentially.
Yeah, he's got to work back from an 0-2 count here.
Swing and a miss on the 0-2, and he will go down swinging for out number 2. We go back to the top of the batting order for the second time. It's Gavin Hannon on the afternoon.
Yeah, he singled in the first inning, stole second, and scored the Blackhawks' only run today.
The left-handed hitter steps into the box. Koselke deals, swung on the first pitch, popped up, back to left field. And it is gloved for out number 3. 2 runners left stranded. The Tigers get out of the inning. No runs cross. It's 1-0. The Westville Blackhawks lead the Tri-Township Tigers. It's Sectional 50 championship action here on KVB's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winnemac. Call 574-946-6894.
This afternoon's game is sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. Paul Dunn is our sideline reporter here on location. It's 1-0. The Westville Blackhawks lead the Tri-Township Tigers. Well, Coach, your thoughts up to this point?
Westville's doing a good job getting guys on base. They were able to scratch out the 1 run in the first inning, had a scoring opportunity that inning. Hannon hit the same ball, same area to left center field, and defensively the Tigers were positioned a little better that time, and left fielder was able to make a good running catch coming in.
So for the Tigers, it's Ethan Daly stepping up to the batter's box for his first plate appearance on the afternoon. Villarreal will deal his first pitch to Daly. All up top. Daly comes in today. A 132 average. It's his 60th plate appearance on the year. Takes the next pitch. Ball 2 called. Has a .220 on-base percentage, Daly does, and he steps back in, the right-handed hitter, to face the right-handed pitcher, Villarreal. Swung on the 2-0, popped up, back to left field. Oh, my goodness, the communication was at least there. He told the center fielder, it's mine, and he gets the out for out number 1 here in the top of the third.
Yeah, it went up and looked like it would be a routine fly ball to left, and it just, wind pushed it back. Shortstop kind of gave up on it, and Hannon had to go a long way to catch that ball behind the shortstop position.
Next up to bat for the Tri-Township Tigers is the number 9 hitter. It's Colin McCardle. He will swing and miss on the first offered pitch. Villarreal right to work. Ball up top. He's got a powdered blue glove. Very interesting. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
He deals the 1-1. Finds the zone, swing and a miss. McCardle, that's 1-2 now. Score update. The Knox Redskins took a tough loss in sectional championship action to New Prairie. You heard that call on our other station, KVB's WYMR. That's Max 98.3 FM. Tough loss for the Redskins as their season comes to a close, but we talked with head coach Dustin Waters on the Saturday Sports Line this past weekend. He told us plain and simple, if you'd have told him he'd have had a tough season but still make it to the sectional championship game, he'd take it.
Yeah, like we talked about in pregame here, ultimately when you start in March, if you're playing on Memorial Day, you've either had a really good draw or a good season, but either way, and I'm joking about that first one, but yeah, you want to play in championship games.
Well, setting the table for the future for the Redskins. Tough loss. Congratulations to their seniors on a great year. They have several sport athletes on that Knox Redskin team. Shout out to Tony Ross for calling the Redskins game today against New Prairie. Back in our game, the 2-2 from Villarreal. Finds the zone, and McCardle goes down looking for strike number 3 and out number 2. These Blackhawks are, I think, a little bit different than they had played the Tigers a few weeks ago.
Yeah, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now, and Villarreal so far, through 2 1/3, is throwing the ball pretty well. He's got good command. especially with that curveball there, which he just threw to strike out the 9-hole hitter.
Ooh, first pitch to Villarreal. Right at the head. Blaine Rust had to duck out of the way. It was a breaking ball, I think, that just got away from Villarreal, and he will deal the 1-0 right to work. Swung on, big rip back to left field, and that's Blaine Rust getting on base. The leadoff man doing his job. With 2 outs, he will bring now Noah Kneifel up to bat.
Yeah, he took that first pitch curveball inside over his head, ducked under it, and then came back pitch number 2 and hit a shot into left field.
Noah Kneifel up to bat. 245 average on the year. The right-handed hitter. Rust on first. Villarreal deals. There goes Rust to take 2. He will slide in, and he's called out. Rust says he was safe. Can't believe it. And that is how the Blackhawks get the 3rd out here in the 3rd inning. My goodness, we're going to take a break and come back. More action coming your way. It's sectional championship action on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
We thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring today's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. Hey, Mark's Body Shop in Knox is also proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. The Blackhawks are taking care of business right now, Coach.
Yeah, just, Russ got a 2-out base hit immediately on the next pitch, attempts to steal second, and Becker, the catcher for Westville, made a good throw. Questionable call, in my opinion, but
it was
he
close.
Was called out, and Westville's back up to bat.
Dealing with some adversity are the Tri-Township Tigers here. It's 1-0 as the Blackhawks lead. We now see in the batter's box for the Blackhawks, this is number 2, Jack Stacy. He pops one in the infield, and it is gloved by Dylan Stewart at 3rd for out number 1. I assume that's probably what Koselke would rather have happen. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Absolutely. That's the that's the goal, especially in the pitch count era of high school baseball.
Now we see Rory Bradney step into the box. He's going to show bunt, pulls it late, ball 1 called. He's trying to get on base. Bradney, the number 3 hitter, he has an on-base percentage of .375. The 1-0 from Koselke. This time he swings away, back to center field, bat flip. He thinks it's gone. It's back to the fence, though. Picked up by the center fielder. Throws to the cutoff man, Blaine Rust, and sliding in safe with a double is Rory Bradney. He got all of it, Coach. He had the bat flip and all. He thought it was out of here.
Yeah, not today. We got a north wind coming in pretty good clip today, so he got all of it, but just it's a deep part of the field right there, left center field.
So standing in scoring position is Rory Bradney, the number 3 hitter. Now the cleanup hitter, Maverick Marco, steps into the box, the 3rd baseman for his 2nd appearance today. First pitch called strike from Koselke, going right at him.
Yeah, Marcus reached on an error in the 1st inning.
Next pitch. Finds the zone, 0-2. Koselke ahead in the count now.
Yeah, doing a good job here with runner in scoring position. Cleanup hitter up immediately. Koselke's going right at him. Got him in an 0-2 hole.
61 degrees. Gray skies somewhat, Coach. No rain, though. A little cooler this morning. But like you said, wind blowing, keeping that ball from going over the fence. As here's a chopper to Dylan Stewart at third. Throws over to first to Daly. They get the out for out number 2. Now going home. Bang, bang, play. He is called out for out number 3, and that's the inning. Sliding in safe was Rory Bradney. He has a word with the home plate umpire. He wasn't happy about it. Head coach Mike Shinrod was out there to celebrate. What a inning. The way to end for the Tigers. We're going to take a break and come back. More action coming your way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551. Ask for Tina if you want to look cool like the KVB crew. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. Top of the 4th, 1-0. The Tigers get out of the inning with another runner coming to home plate. Coach, they got the job done. Now it's time to swing the bats.
Yeah, that was a good inning double play right there, just on a little ground ball to Stewart. Throws across, gets the out. First baseman did a nice job of realizing there was yet another play to be made. And Bradney didn't slow down around in third, thought he could sneak a run in, and they executed a nice throw from the first baseman, tag at the plate to get him.
We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Paul Dunn, momentarily, but stepping into the batter's box for the Tri-Township Tigers is Noah Kneifel for his second plate appearance of the afternoon to face Villarreal. First pitch offered, ducking out of the way is Kneifel for ball 1. How many pitches did you have Koselke down in that last half inning, Coach?
In the last half inning, 6.
6, that's what I had. It's a good inning there by Koselke, as here's the 1-1 from Villarreal. Popped up high. Back to left center field. This time the center fielder calls it, and he will get the out for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th.
We're seeing a lot of fly balls in that little area, the area behind the shortstop between the left fielder and the center fielder.
So now Cody Vernich will step into the box. They walk Dylan Stewart yet again, and that's kind of what you said. He probably won't see a pitch today.
No, and
that can be frustrating.
It's very frustrating, especially for him. He's the main guy on that in that third base dugout, and it's up to his teammates to come through. If they want to win today, they're going to have to. Someone other than Stewart's going to have to do it offensively.
He gets the sign to steal. Swinging away is Cody Vernich. He gets a piece of it for a foul tip. Stewart will come back to first. 0-1 count with 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the 4th, the Blackhawks are trying to get their first sectional championship on the ball diamond ever today against these Tigers who have been waiting since 0-2. Swing, foul tip, again out of play. Stewart got the sign to steal again.
Yeah, in that situation, I think Coach Schoenrat would like to see his hitter be a little less aggressive. Let Stewart steal second. He's standing out there in scoring position. Then you go in and start hitting.
Villarreal checks Stewart at 1. The 0-2. There goes Stewart. Throw out. He's going to slide in safe. So now the Tigers have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. It's Dylan Stewart. Cody Vernich let it go by for a ball. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, good pitch to run on. 0-2 count on the hitter. Villarreal tried with a breaking pitch in the dirt, and Stewart stole second. So runner in scoring position now. Now it's big at bats here for Vernich and Kozelke.
Looks like the catcher for Westville, that is Ryder Beckner, having a quick word with his pitcher, Joey Villarreal. They do not want that tying run to cross here, Coach.
No, you want to make a good pitch. You're probably looking for a strikeout right here if you're Villarreal.
1-2. He deals. Ball up top, evens up at 2-2 here now. You can kind of feel the intensity here at the Ball Diamond. This isn't a regular season game.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah, and you're getting into the fourth inning. It's going to get more and more pressure-packed. This is a big spot right here. Get the game tied, move into the later innings.
2-2 from Joey Villarreal to Cody Vernich. He's going to throw back to second, keeping an eye on Stewart. Stewart will slide in head first safe. Vernich, very calm, cool, and collected in the box. You see he's got his shirt in his mouth, biting it, just kind of just doing his thing right now. 2-2. Up top, now we've got a full count here. This is what we've talked about before when the pitchers are worried about the runners.
Yes. Focus, probably not where it needs to be right now. Base hit, Stewart's going to score. Go get the batter.
The payoff. Foul tip. Staying alive is Vernich, and he keeps that shirt in his mouth the entire swing. What'd you say? I think Aaron Russ said his Little League coach taught him that. I'm sure you were the Little League coach. 3-2. No, he's going to check the runner at 2 again. Stewart slides in, making Mom's job that much harder in the laundry. Really keeping their eye on Stewart.
Yeah, they are. And another thing it's doing, it's putting the shortstop up the middle.
That
and
space.
Big hole over there at the between the shortstop. Ooh,
Big
that ball's
rip
hit well.
back to right field over the head of the right fielder. It'll be at the fence. Dylan Stewart is being told to go home. He will bring the tying run across, and standing in for an RBI double is Cody Vernich. We've got a tie ball game here in the Sectional 50 championship round.
Yeah, big shot there by Vernich. Got a pitch out over the plate he could handle, and he ripped it one hop off the right field wall.
So now it's 1-1. Cade Koselke will come up to bat. Like I said a moment ago, we will check in with our sideline reporter, Paul Dunn, who is on the Tigers sideline. We'll get a word with him here momentarily, but here is Cade Koselke stepping into the box. This is his second plate appearance on the day.
Yeah, flew out to center field his first at bat.
Villarreal, chopper, gets through. And being told to go home is the courtesy runner, number 35. Now advancing to 2 is Koselke. He's safe. The courtesy runner was Ethan Hood for Cody Vernich at second. He brings the go-ahead run across. How do you score that, Coach?
That's an RBI single for Koselke, and then he advanced to second on the throw to the plate.
So stringing together some runs here are the Tri-Township Tigers. They started a little cold here. I think they're warming up now.
Yeah, that's 2 good at bats right there by the 2 lefties in the middle of the lineup. Vernich and Koselke got him going today.
Villarreal, swing and a miss by Lucas Kaiser for his second plate appearance on the day. 1 out, 1 on in scoring position. Top of the 4th, the Tigers now lead 2-1 over the Westville Blackhawks. Pitch up top, he calls it a strike. 0-2 now the count. This is shaping up to be a very, very important inning for the Tigers. The 0-2. Ooh, man. That was a breaking ball that started way up top above the head and dropped low.
Good pitch. Not much as a hitter you can do with that. You just hope it's called a ball.
1-2 from Villarreal. Popped up high, back to center field. Koselke will tag up. He's going to try to get to 3. He is halfway there, and he will stand in. Didn't need to slide. So advancing the runner is Lucas Kaiser. A good job there by him.
Yeah, move the runner, productive out. So now a big opportunity here for Ringo with 2 outs. That 2-run cushion, extra run sitting down there at third.
Tanner Ringel, the number 7 hitter, Second appearance today. Takes the first pitch for a strike. He has another run 90 feet away, as Coach just said in Koselke. Thank you. Next pitch, swung on.
Tough
back
play.
To diving for it was the left fielder. He didn't get there. Koselke brings another run home. So what a job there by by Tanner Ringel getting on first base. How would you score that, Coach?
Well, that's a base hit. Excellent effort by the left fielder. Hannon came in all-out dive to catch it, but no, Ringel just stuck the bat out, and good things happen when you put the ball in play.
Villarreal deals the next pitch, swung on and missed by Ethan Daly for his second plate appearance. From what I have here, Coach, in the pitch count, this is the most pitches that pitcher Joey Villarreal has pitched up to this point in each inning.
Yeah, I'm a couple innings behind on tallying my pitch count, but I can get you an answer here at the end of the inning.
That was, from what I have, is 22nd here in this inning, unofficially, of course, as they check the runner at 1. Off the pitch, it's 0-2 from Villarreal to Daly. 1 on, 2 out, top of the 4th. Next pitch outside for ball 1, trying to get Daly to chase. He comes in today, a 132 average. It's his 61st plate appearance of the season. Second today, as I mentioned, the 1-2 from Villarreal. In at the hands, and a good eye there by Daly. 2-2 now. Things are happening. He checks the runner at 1. The Tigers have put 3 runs on in this top half of the inning. Pitch hits the dirt, gets past the catcher, advancing to 2 is Tanner Ringel. So now he's in scoring position for the Tigers, and Villarreal is facing the first bit of adversity he's had to face this morning.
Yeah, the Tiger bats have come alive and given up that wild pitch there. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him.
The payoff. Swing and a miss. Daly goes down swinging for out number 3. Villarreal gets out of the inning, but 3 runs cross. Very important runs as the Tri-Township Tigers lead the Westville Blackhawks 3-1. We pause and come back. Bottom of the 4th action. No, this is the 4th inning stretch. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is helping continue this wonderful tradition on KVB's WKVI. If you are uncomfortable in your home, if you are ever uncomfortable, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660. They've been serving the local area since 1936. We appreciate Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in helping continue this wonderful tradition. This is the 4th inning stretch, sponsored by Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Continuing the tradition here on KVB's WKVI, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Mitch Columbia along with Kevin Hannon and Paul Dunn stepping into the batter's box for the Blackhawks. This is number 12, who has a dribbler down the left field line that goes foul. That is for the Blackhawks, Mason LaBounty. And let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Paul Dunn, who's been hearing all the excitement from the Tigers dugout. Paul?
Well, you said it, Mitch. Last bottom of the 3rd, that double play at the plate kind of got things started for them, and then all they needed was a spark, and that top of the 3rd was definitely a huge spark for the Tigers. Their dugout was rocking in the top of the 4th inning, along with all the Tiger fans here.
It's an exciting ball game, Paul. We'll check back in with you in a little bit. Appreciate you. Back in the game, it's 0-2 count. The 3rd pitch was fouled off out of play, and digging back in, swinging and missing for strike 3, and out number 1 is Mason LaBounty. So Koselke now is coming into his own.
Yeah, this is a big inning for Kozelke here. You just got 3 on the board. You're down at the bottom of the lineup. You want to get through this. Don't give them anything and get those bats back to bat.
Next up for the Blackhawks, it is number 14, Ryder Becker, for his second appearance. He takes the first pitch for a called ball. He steps back in. Kozelke deals, one at the hands, ball 2 now. (2-0) from Kozelke. Low for ball 3. We appreciate you joining us here on most of your day off, most of everyone listening's day off. Happy Memorial Day to everyone listening. Next pitch, a little chin music. He's going to walk Ryder Becker. So with 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the 4th, it's 3-1, the Tigers lead. We will now see Jackson Pilarski step into the batter's box.
He walked in his last at bat back in the 2nd inning, so important for him to be patient right here. Lacrosse pitchers, just walk the guy in front of you on 4 pitches. Don't go up there and be overly aggressive.
Courtesy runner number 9, Seth Stasiak.
Seth Stasiak will be the courtesy runner at 1. Kozelke steps off the bump to check on him. Now he delivers the first pitch to Jackson Pilarski. And I'm not sure what they're calling on the infield here, Coach.
I don't know.
They advance the courtesy runner to 2. And here in the press box, we're not real sure. We're thinking they may have called balk here.
Must have been.
Interesting.
I honestly don't know.
Next pitch up top, ball 1 for Jackson Pilarski. Next pitch outside. They throw out to 2 to keep an eye. He stays at bay. (2-0) here from Kozelke, who hits the dirt. Vernich picks it up, though, and that keeps the courtesy runner at bay. He thought about it there for a second, Coach.
Yeah, and that one hurt. Vernich is kind of shaking out that right arm. I think it got him right on the elbow. The joys of being a catcher.
No kidding. Got to deal with it. And now stepping off the bump is Kozelke. A little intimidation here, looking at that runner at 2. Now he deals the 3-0. Finds the zone for strike 1. This game is rolling right along. We're an hour 17 in this broadcast. That's including the 30-minute pregame show. So these guys are rolling right along here as he will walk Jackson Pilarski. So now 2 on, 1 in scoring position, 1 out, bottom of the 4th, and here comes the pitching coach for Tri-Township along with the infield to have a chat with Cade Kozelke. The tying run on first, Coach, I assume they do not want to let these guys cross.
Yeah, and this is a big at bat here for Glass. His last at bat hit a line drive past the third baseman into left field. But again, he needs to be a patient hitter right here. That's and Kozelke needs to come back and go right at him. You're down at the end. You're 8-9 hitters, 1 out. Big spot.
Assistant coach Ricky Sanchez has his word with Cade Kozelke in the infield. Probably just a little motivational speech.
Yeah, one of those give him a breather. Probably explain to him, us coaches, we're geniuses a lot of times. Probably told him to throw strikes. That's
simple as that.
Yeah, simple. Just throw the ball over the plate.
Oh, man, the next pitch gets past Cody Vernich, advancing both runners. So now the courtesy runner, Seth Stasiak, is at third, and at second is Jackson Pilarski. 2 in scoring position with 1 out, bottom of the 4th. 1-0. Swung on, ripped foul down the left field line, out of play. right at some fans. I think Tiger Nation was quick on their feet on that one, Coach.
Yeah, they were. They're tough down here. They don't move too much. They'll take that.
This may be the most packed I've seen a baseball game this season. Next pitch just misses for ball 2 now, and Carter Glass was very patient there on that one. It was close.
Yeah, Glass has gotten himself into a good pitching or a good hitting position here. Should get a pitch to hit.
Next pitch up top, ball 3 now. Koselke on the verge of loading these bases up here. 3-1, the Tigers lead. The Blackhawks are chomping at the bit here. In at the hands, and he will walk Carter Glass. So the bases are loaded, and here comes head coach Mike Shinrod. I think they may do a pitching change here.
Yeah, you get a couple extra visits. You get 3 free ones. So, but he is gonna take the ball and go to the bullpen.
So Koselke's day will come to an end here in the bottom of the 4th. He gets a nice round of applause from Tiger Nation. He did a very good job, only allowing 1 run up to this point. And it looks like he will be moved to the catcher position. It'll be interesting to see where number 3, Cody Vernich, will be placed.
Well, it looks to me like Vernich and Koselke are just swapping spots, so I would say Vernich is going to be on the bump.
So Vernich will get some warm-up pitches in. So while he gets his warm-up pitches in, it looks like Koselke is. Yes, he will be the catcher here, and Vernich will go to the mound. How many warm-up pitches do you get, Coach? It all depends on the umpire. Chris McGowan is up here. Of course, we all know Chris. He's part of the KVB family, and he is the public address announcer today here at Tiger Baseball Field. But Cody hasn't thrown 1 warm-up pitch yet. He's still waiting on his catcher, Cade Koselke, to get his gear on. This is an interesting point here in this game, Coach. Bases loaded, 1 out, 3-1, the Tigers lead. The go-ahead run on first.
Westville had the momentum right there, and if I'm Westville's coach right now, I'm
saying, hey, let's get this
after
rolling.
The umpires. Let's get this going.
We're not trying to stand around here and wait.
And I don't blame Lacrosse for taking advantage of that situation, but trying to make Westville stand around a little bit. Now we got the warm-ups going. It does take the catchers a little bit to get the gear on.
So Vernich, a left-handed pitcher, comes in today. Where is he? Cody Vernich. He is on the season. My goodness. It's hard to see on this sheet here. Cody Vernich, a 4.28 ERA. He's 1-2 on the year, a .333 winning percentage. This will be his 6th appearance of the season. Dylan Stewart, the ace, we will not see today. Right behind him was Noah Kneifel with 7 appearances, then Blaine Rust with 6, and then Cody Vernich here with 5. Cade Koselke came in today. This was his 5th appearance. Had a 2.76 ERA. He was 2-1 on the season. If Vernich comes in here in relief and finishes this game off, that'd be another win for Koselke.
Yeah, it's Vernich coming into a tough spot. Hasn't thrown a pitch yet today. Not a lot of room for error here. Bases are loaded. Needs to come in throwing strikes right off the get-go.
So now stepping in is the number 9 hitter for the Blackhawks, Joey Villarreal, his 2nd appearance on the day. Vernich, strike called, grazes the inner portion of the plate.
Lacrosse has their corners in, whether they're expecting a bunt or expecting to go to the plate, but the middle infielders are still back here.
Next pitch, ball. One and one. Vernich right to work to Villarreal. Ooh, inside again. Ball 2 now. Ball 3 now.
Yeah, big pitch in this game right here. Villarreal's in the driver's seat.
3-1. And he will walk Joey Villarreal, and that means the courtesy runner, number 9, that's Seth Stashniak. It's now 3-2. He crosses home plate. So now the tying run on third for the Blackhawks. Base is loaded with 1 out. Vernich deals.
More importantly here, Westville's flipped the lineup. Now they're back at the top.
Yeah, this is Gavin Hannon's third appearance on the day, I believe.
Yeah, third at bat. He's 1 for 2 so far.
0-1 from Vernich. Bunt shown, foul tip. They want to bring this tying run across by any means necessary. The leadoff man showed bunt there. Now 0-2 the count. I assume he probably doesn't show bunt.
Yeah, no bunt here. You're just trying to, again, put the ball in play, move all the runners up a base.
Caught by Dylan Stewart at third. He runs back to tag the bag. It's a double play, and the Tigers get out of the inning with only allowing 1 run to cross. They still lead 3-2. What a heads-up play by Dylan Stewart. We are going to take a break and come back. More action coming your way. Top of the 5th. Up next, you're listening to KVB's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. We go to the top of the 5th. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. My goodness, the Blackhawks were coming there, Coach. The Tigers outlasted them.
Yeah, just one of those things where, if you don't have your corners in right there, Stewart's not able to catch that ball in the air and end the inning on a nice little double play.
So for the Tri-Township Tigers, this will be number 18, Colin McCardle, the number 9 hitter. Both of these teams are very similar where they're at in the batting order, Coach.
Yeah, it seems like here we're big at bat for McCardle to get back to the top of the lineup here in the 5th.
Villarreal still on the mound for the Blackhawks. First pitch is a called strike. Villarreal, 8.65 ERA coming into today, but he is not playing like it, Coach, as a junior on this Blackhawk team.
No, he's throwing the ball well right now. Got him into the 5th inning with a chance. That's all you can ask for.
Next pitch, just a bit outside, evens up at 1-1 here. 3-2, top of the 5th, no outs, nobody on. The Tigers in the lead here and up to bat. Swung on, popped up high, back to right center field, and it is gloved by the center fielder for the Westville Blackhawks. That is Jack Stacy on the catch for out number 1.
That was a really good play. He had to run a long way into right center field, and the flag is really picked up. The winds are blowing a little harder now than they were a few innings ago, but he had to go a long way to catch that ball, made it look easy.
First pitch to Blaine Russ for his third plate appearance on the afternoon is a ball called. Russ was able to get on base in his last at bat, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 with the single.
The 1-0 from Villarreal. Breaking ball just misses up top for ball 2. For a second there, it almost looked like it was going to drop in.
Yeah, just a little above the strike zone.
2-0. Rust swings away, popped up high, back to right field. It's over the head. Rust is going to dig for 2. He is being told to go to 3. Here he comes. And he will stand in easily. Now, how do you score that?
Well, that's
Coach?
a triple all the way. All the way.
Wow. A big-time hit by Blaine Rust, who gets the triple, and now another run 90 feet away for the Tigers. He brings Noah Kneifel up to bat next. Now, that is a good job by Blaine Rust for leading. I mean, my goodness.
He hit that ball well, and the wind pushed it away from the center fielder, didn't have a chance on it, and just eluded the right fielder.
Wind blowing straight south, it looks like, around 61 degrees here in La Crosse, Indiana, as the first pitch offered to Noah Kneifel is a called strike. Villarreal to deal. Strike called again. This time Kneifel lets it go by. 0-2 the count with 1 out. 1 in scoring position on third. It's Blaine Rust. The 0-2. Breaking ball got away from Villarreal. Makes it 1-2 now. Next pitch. Swung on. Grounder down the left field line. Goes foul.
Yeah, it's setting up where this is a big at bat for Kneifel because Stewart's on deck, and they're going to put him on. And then Vernich going to be in another big spot here.
1-2 from Villarreal. Evens up at 2-2 here. Still hasn't had a mound visit, Villarreal. Swings and misses for strike 3, and I think they're showing the confidence in him by not going out there with the adversity he's faced.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job out there.
They will intentionally walk Dylan Stewart.
Intentionally walk. That brings up number 3.
And that now brings up Cody Vernich. Now, on the intentional walk, do they still count a pitch on that?
No.
So they intentionally walk Dylan Stewart. He kind of knew that was going to happen. So now, runners in the corners for the Tigers. 3-2, they lead. And now stepping in, the cleanup hitter, Cody Vernich, for his third appearance. There goes Stewart to take 2. They fake the throw. They allow it to happen. So now both Blaine Rust and Dylan Stewart are in scoring position for the Tigers with 2 outs. Cody Vernich has an opportunity here.
Yeah, he knocked in the first run last inning, and a big spot here. Kind of break this game open again.
Including that last RBI he had, Coach was just talking about. He now has 21 RBIs on the season, an opportunity to add to that here as he takes the next pitch for a ball called 2-0 count now. .2-0 from Villarreal to Vernich. Finds the zone up top and outside right in that corner.
Pitcher's pitch right there. Good job of taking that pitch. I don't know if he could have done a whole lot with that one.
The 2-1. Inside in the ballerina, Cody Vernich showing off his athleticism there on that one. Extra bendy. Getting out of the way there. So now the 3-1 from Villarreal. Slicer chops. Shortstop has a problem. He brings 1 run home.
Ooh, nice play.
But they get the out at first. Does that run count?
No.
Wow.
Great play by the shortstop.
So the shortstop bobbled it a little bit, but he gets it over to first. That was Rory Bradney getting it over to Carter Glass for out number 3. Runners left stranded in scoring position. The Tigers still lead. It's 3-2 here in Sectional 50, the championship round.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas, average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of today's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. 3-2. The Tri-Township Tigers lead the Westville Blackhawks here in Sectional 50, the championship round. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. We also have sideline reporter Paul Dunn here on the field by the Tigers. Coach, they're playing back and forth now, it looks like here, right neck and neck.
Which coach you talking to? I'm sorry, I thought you were going to the sideline reporter there, so I'm asleep at the wheel. Repeat your question, please, for me.
I just said it looks like they're getting neck and neck here. It's getting a little tight now between these two teams.
It's your typical, they're conference rivals, typical sectional game here. They're very familiar with each other, and just it's been a good ball game so far.
So for the Westville Blackhawks, it's number 2, Jack Stacy, for his third appearance of the afternoon. First to face Cody Vernich, who was on the mound in relief for Cade Koselke. First pitch is a ball.
Jackson Stacy.
Yeah, heart of the order here this inning for the Blackhawks.
Vernich delivers the 1-0. It's a strike called, evening it up at 1-1. One from Vernich. Finds the zone. Lower inside corner. 1-2 now.
Yeah, so far hitters are being very patient against Vernich, not trying to go out of the zone too much.
Next pitch, slicer up the middle. It gets past Vernich. He tried to make a play on it. So getting a base hit is Jack Stacy.
Yeah, again, you just put the bat out there. The ball hit the bat. Really not even a swing. Wasn't a strike, but hit it in the right spot in the field.
We're also keeping our ear out for another one of our area teams in the sectional championship action at North Judson. It's the South Central Satellites. First pitch was thrown a few moments ago. I've been texting the public address announcer, our sports analyst Nathan Orger over there at North Judson. He said they started a little sooner, but he will get with us when he can. Hopefully have a report on the South Central Satellites in a little bit. But back in our game, 3-2, the Tigers lead. Bunt shown, pulled late, ball 1.
Yeah, I don't think Bradney in the 3 holes really thinking about bunting too much here. If he does, I think Lacrosse would gladly take the out here.
1-0 from Vernich. Bunt shown again. This time he didn't pull it, and it's a called strike, evening it up at 1-1. One from Vernich. Swung on, back to Blaine Rust at short. Throws over to 2, gets the out. So that is getting the advancing runner for out number 1, but getting to first safely is Rory Bradney, the shortstop.
When that ball was hit, I wasn't sure Rust was going to be able to get anybody there. Just made a good play, went deep into the hole, and was able to cut down the lead runner for that force for the first out.
Maverick Marcos will step into the batter's box. First time to face Cody Vernich. Swings and misses for strike number 1. Just as they were probably getting used to Cade Koselke, now they've got to relearn with Vernich. Checks the runner at 1. There he goes. Bradney to take 2. Swing and a miss. Sliding in. Safe. And he does get there in time.
Got hit by the throw as well, so that doesn't feel good.
Oh, is that why he's on the ground?
Yeah, ball bounced off his leg, I believe. He'll be all right.
Yeah, and there you see head coach for the Westville Blackhawks, Bryce Barton, running over to him. Right as he slid head first, it looks like he's having trouble with his upper thigh there on his right leg.
Yeah, and you mentioned about the Blackhawks trying to get accustomed to a new pitcher. You know, Vernich throws, he's a left-hander where Kozelke was a right-hander, but ball really has has run on his fastball. It really moves a lot into the left-handed hitters, away from the right-handed hitters, and he appears to be throwing harder than Kizelke was as well. So it's a big adjustment in the middle of a game to get used to a new pitcher.
The infield comes together to have a word with Cody Vernich, preparing for what we will see here in a moment, I assume. It's an 0-2 count to number 22, Maverick Marcos of the Blackhawks.
And here's the situation where Bradney can put a lot of pressure on the Tigers defense here. He's an athletic kid, and you mishandle the ball at all, and he's going to take that extra base.
Well, he does look like an athletic kid, tall individual. 1-2 from Vernich. There goes the runner, Bradney, to take 3, slides in safe, it gets past. Now he's being told to go home. Left fielder slings it home, not in time. And the tying run crosses. That is Rory Bradney from 2. They tried to get it down to Dylan Stewart at 3, and it just got past him, allowing Bradney to not only slide into third, he gets up and runs home. So now we have a tie ball game, 3-3 here in the 5th.
Yeah, it ends up for Bradney being a stolen base, steal third, and then an error on the catcher to allow him to score.
2-2 from Vernich. Up top and outside for ball 3. Full count now here. The payoff. Foul tip, staying alive, is Marcos. Let's try this again. Vernich, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Going down, striking out is Maverick Marcos, and now this will bring number 12, Mason LaBounty, up for, I believe, his 3rd appearance on the day.
Yeah, 3rd at bat, grounded out in the first inning, struck out in the 4th.
LaBounty comes in today a 148 average. It's his 32nd plate appearance on the season. Did he swing on that one?
Yeah, he did. Vernich just throwing that ball in the outer half up a little bit, and they're not going to hit that ball.
He swings on the next one, foul tip. It's now 0-2 now to Mason LaBounty. Ryder Becker on deck. Jackson Pilarski in the hole for the Blackhawks. The 0-2 from Vernich, swung on and missed. They're not going to get to him. That's out number 3. 1 run crosses, though, for the Blackhawks, a very important one. It's tied 3-3 here in the Sectional 50 championship game between the Tri-Township Tigers and the Westville Blackhawks.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration, your local Armstrong dealer, a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack provides all your printing, screen printing, apparel, and embroidery needs. Call 574-946-3551. Also, Culver's Portside Marina announces they are expanding to Bass Lake this summer. Slip rentals, boat storage, and self-service fuel pumps are all available this summer at Bass Lake. Call Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. That's Culver's Portside Marina. Pitching change for the Westville Blackhawks. We will now see Maverick Marcos step on the mound in relief for Joey Villarreal, so that's where they decided to pull him, Coach.
Yeah, Villarreal was very effective for 5 innings, and now you're getting down third at bat for some of those guys. 3rd time through the lineup, and 4th time through, probably a good idea for the Blackhawks to get a new arm up there. Like we mentioned, it's hard to adjust to the relief pitchers, and we'll see if Marcos can be effective.
Well, let's go ahead and check in with our sideline reporter, Paul Dunn, who got a word on the Tigers dugout just a moment ago. Let's check in with him if we are able to. Paul, can you hear me? What do you have?
Well, I overheard Coach telling the Tigers that 2 innings left, tie game. We're pretty much at a brand new ball game at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're pretty much started over.
Yeah, right off the top. We appreciate you, Paul. We'll catch up with you in a bit. As
All right.
Now standing in the box is Cade Koselke. He foul tips the first pitch offered from Maverick Marcos. 0-1 count now here. Top of the 6th. Next pitch. Outside. Ball 1, evens up at 1-1 here.
Kozelke's 1 for 2 so far today. RBI single and scored a run back in the 4th.
The 1-1. Ball outside. Good eye there by number 19, Cade Koselke. Marcos deals. Strike called. Evens up at 2-2. Is this Koselke's 3rd appearance?
3rd at bat. Yes, it is.
He comes in today at .250 average. It's his 55th plate appearance on the season now. The 2-2. Hits the dirt outside. Full count now. Koselke with an on-base percentage of .423. The payoff from Marcos. Swing and a miss, and going down, striking out is Cade Koselke for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th.
Now batting number 23.
It's now bringing up Lucas Kaiser here, Coach. How's he been today?
Kaiser's 0 for 2. Flight out to center. His last at bat in the 4th.
So he is due. First time facing Marcos today. He kicks, he deals. Inside lower portion of the plate, ball called. Blackhawks have never won a sectional championship on the baseball diamond. The Tigers haven't won one since 2002. As he will pop one up high, and it is gloved by the second baseman for the Westville Blackhawks. That's Jackson Pilarski, I believe, getting that out, yes, for out number 2.
Just routine pop-up on the infield, but with the wind blowing the way it is, these kids are doing a good job of catching fly balls. They're not easy to catch those today.
So number 6, Tanner Ringel will step in, and I believe he got on base his last at bat.
Yeah, he did. He had an RBI single. Drive in that 3rd run.
Takes the first pitch from Marcos. Ball called. Good eye there, being patient. Ringel, also a tall individual on this Tri-Township team. The 1-0. Swung on, popped up foul, out of play. You look at guys like Dylan Stewart, Coach. He's 6'4", 6'5", I believe. Ringel, every bit he's over 6 foot easily. The 1-1 from Marcos. Finds the zone. 1-2 now to Ringel, and he shakes his head. He didn't like the call.
Well, that's the one thing about baseball. It doesn't matter. There's not a prototypical size. Guys that are 6'4" can be as effective as guys that are 5'4".
Right. Oh, man, and the breaking ball finds the zone. Ringel has a word with the home plate umpire, but no, he doesn't want to hear it. That is out number 3. So no runs crossed, no runners on. That was a great inning of pitching from Maverick Marcos. We're going to take a break and come back. Bottom of the 6th action on the way. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast this afternoon, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. We also have Paul Dunn here as our sideline reporter. As the first pitch offered is swung on and missed. Cody Vernich right to work. The 0-1. Strike called again. This is in the box for the Blackhawks. Ryder Becker for his third appearance today, Coach?
Yeah, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Scored a run.
And he will go down on a strikeout. Good job by Vernich. 3 quick pitches, and he gets one out there.
Yeah, and we're coming up here on the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Blackhawks. And so far today, these guys in 6 at-bats have been on base 5 times. So getting into a stretch in the order, you got to keep these guys off base.
Vernich right to work to Jackson Pilarski. Strike is called. 0-1. He deals. Outside. Ball 1. Evens up at 1-1. 63 degrees. No rain here. Cloudy gray skies. Wind blowing south. And the next pitch inside at the feet. Ball 2. The 2-1 from Vernich. Outside, ball 3 now. Trying to get Pilarski to chase, I believe.
Yeah, and Pilarski's walked both at bats so far today. 3-1 count here.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Now it is a full count for the Tigers. Vernich to deal. Misses the zone, so close, and he will walk Jackson Pilarski. You said how many times
This is his third walk today.
My
He's
goodness.
had really good at bats.
Finding a way to get on base no matter what.
Absolutely.
So the go-ahead run is on first for the Blackhawks. This brings up inside of the hands. It's Carter Glass. He dips out of the way for his third appearance today. Ball 1 there.
Yeah, and he's had a good day as well. Base hit back in the second, walked in the fourth.
Vernich, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Vernich kicks and deals. Strike called. Good placement there. I mean, I don't think Glass even thought about swinging there.
No, that was a tough pitch. Pitcher's pitch for sure.
He'll step off the rubber, keeping his eye on Jackson Pilarski. Now he will deal the 1-2. Oh, my. Look good from up here, but they are calling that a ball. I think Chris McGowan is a little shocked.
Yeah, it was looked like a good pitch.
These games are always fun for me, Coach, because since we don't cover Westville, I can kind of be more of a homer for the Tigers. Foul tip. Staying alive, though, is Glass. Vernich, he doesn't waste much time.
No, and I'm kind of surprised here in this at bat. Pilarski hasn't tried to
go for it.
Tried to move.
And there it is. Looked like a breaking ball there, Coach.
Looked like it was payback from the one earlier. That ball's a little looked like it was down a little bit, but the Tigers will take it.
So that's strike number 3 and out number 2 with one runner on. It's first. That being Jackson Pilarski. Now we see Joey Villarreal. Thank you.
He's walked, struck out, but his walk was an RBI walk back in the fourth.
Takes the next pitch. Evens up at 1-1 here with 2 outs, 1 on. Bottom of the 6th. Vernich finds the zone. 1-2 now. 3-3 is the score. The Tigers beat the Blackhawks both times in the regular season, but this game is a completely different one with a lot more on the line. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and going down, striking out is Joey Villarreal. No runs cross, One runner left stranded on first. We are headed to the 7th inning. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
Back at Tiger Baseball Field, Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon and Paul Dunn. We go to the 7th inning. 3-3, the Tri-Township Tigers taking on Westville, the Blackhawks. It's Indiana High School Baseball Sectional 50 Championship action on KVB's WKVI. MOT, Coach. I always say it. MOT, moment of truth here.
It is. Inning. This is This is where you make your money as an athlete or as a coach. Big spot here for the Tigers. Start with the 8-9 hitters. It's important if you're on Westville's side to don't let these two guys get on base and roll the lineup back to the top.
Ethan Daly up to bat first here in the top of the 7th for the Tigers. They're trying to make things happen. It's a tie ball game, as the first pitch is a ball from Maverick Marcos, who is in relief for Joey Villarreal. Second pitch popped up high, and it's gloved in foul territory by the first baseman for Westville. That's Carter Glass for out number 1.
Now batting number 18.
This brings up Colin McCardle, the number 9 hitter. Coach, how's he been today?
He's 0 for 2 today, struck out in the 3rd. Flew out to center field in the 5th.
The left-handed hitter steps in to face the right-handed pitcher. Marcos likes the sign. He delivers. Strike called right down the pike. 0-1 count. All is on the line. Hardware is here in the press box awaiting the winner of this team, of these two teams, as here's a foul ball down the right field line. 0-2 here for Colin McCardle. Marcos, the 0-2. Up top, ball 1. Good eye there by Colin McCardle. We also remember Colin McCardle from the basketball season.
McCardle needs to really battle back into this at bat, get on base any way possible, and right on cue.
Swing and a miss, strike 3 and out number 2 here in the top of the 7th. If the Blackhawks are able to get out of this inning without allowing any runs, it'll be all up to them in the bottom of the 7th to try to win this ball game here. As we go back to the top of the batting order, it's Blaine Russ for his 4th appearance today, and he's done well.
Yeah, he's had a big day. Single in the 3rd, triple in the 5th.
First pitch, ball low, good eye there by Blaine. He checks down at the third base line to head coach Mike Shinrod, gets the sign and steps back in. Marcos, the 1-0. Ooh, and he had to jump out of the way there at the feet. I think he looked at the home plate umpire thinking he may have gotten hit, but he's saying step back in there, Blaine. 2-0 count here. Finds the zone that time.
Yeah, Russ can still be patient here. He's still in charge of this count with 2-1.
Next pitch. Ooh, my goodness. Taunting Rust a little bit. That's twice he's had to dip out of the way in this at-bat. So now the 3-1. Inside, and he will walk Blaine Rust, who stayed very confident there. He'll take his base with 2 outs. The go-ahead run on first being Blaine Rust. Now we see Noah Kneifel step in.
Yeah, I think right here Kneifel be patient hitter, take a pitch, allow Rust to steal second base here.
Rust gets his lead. checks the runner, throws over, sliding in safe is Blaine Rust. Rust, a senior on this Tigers team. You're not going to get him with something like that. Next pitch, called strike inside, 0-1 count here to Noah Kneifel. The 0-1. Hits the dirt. Almost getting past the catcher.
Yeah, he did a good job right there, moving his feet and keeping that ball in the dirt.
Ryder Becker, the catcher for the Blackhawks. As Kneifel steps back in, looking at a 1-1 here from Marcos. There goes Rust to take two. They throw down. He slides in safe. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position for the Tigers. That's another stolen base for Blaine Rust.
And this really turns into a big at-bat right here for Kneifel with the intentional walk victim on deck.
2-1 up top, dipping out of the way as Kneifel. Coming into today, the senior Blaine Rust had 26 stolen bases on the year. That was 27.
Yeah, and I think it's funny in the on-deck circle here. 3-1 count on Kneifel, and Stewart already took his armor off. He's ready to run down to first here.
So he will walk Noah Kneifel. They're going to walk Dylan Stewart, who's already running down to first. That means the bases are loaded here in the top of the seventh. And now here comes head coach Bryce Barton to have a word with the infield, along with pitcher Maverick Marcos. With the bases loaded here, coach, and 2 outs, this is where you want to be if you're the Tigers.
It is for both teams. Yeah.
Yeah, because then they get that out. They get out of the inning.
Exactly. Big spot here for Marcos, but Vernich has a chance right now to make himself in the running for player of the game here. If he can get the go-ahead RBI and then come in on the mound and with the relief job he's done tonight. So
Cody Vernich, his 4th appearance today. His biggest at-bat may be of the season right here, right now. Top of the 7th, bases juice, 2 outs. Maverick Marcos on the mound for the Blackhawks. He deals. Ball up top. And, if you're Vernich, stay patient. He's walked a couple of batters here in this inning.
Yeah, sit on the pitch you want to hit right here.
1-0. Marcos to Vernich. Outside again, ball 2. Vernich staying patient.
Very surprised right here that the first baseman's playing up on the grass in front of the runner here with a big left-handed hitter up.
Yeah, he could rip it right down the right field line as there's the strike. 2-1 now the count. Vernich steps back in now. 3-3. 2-1 count, top of the 7th. The Tigers trying to make something happen. Down low and inside. Ball 3 now to Cody Vernich. Maverick Marcos does not want to walk Vernich. The go-ahead run, Blaine Rust at 3, would take the lead.
Right here's the big pitch here. Go a long way to determining this ball game.
3-1. He will walk Cody Vernich, who stayed patient, and Blaine Rust will bring the go-ahead run across for the Tigers. They take the lead here in the top of the 7th, 4-3. You could cut the tension with a knife. My goodness, a sectional championship is on the line here, folks. And now, courtesy runner number 35, Ethan Hood, will come in for Cody Vernich. Bases still loaded for the Tigers with 2 outs. They now lead 4-3, and stepping in for them for the Tigers is number 19, Cade Koselke. He takes the first pitch for a called strike here.
Yeah, Lacrosse would like nothing more than to get another couple runs here. Westville's got the top of their order coming up in the bottom of the 7th.
Next pitch. Swung on by Koselke. Back down, foul ball territory, and couldn't track it down was the third baseman, Carter Glass, number 17, who started at first. Or no, that's not number 17. My apologies. That is.
Yeah, I think you were right. That's Glass down there at third base.
Next pitch.
started the game at first base, and now
That's
he's
right.
over at third.
So then who's at first here? I can't read the number.
No, who's on second? Little Abbott and Costello here for you.
They check Noah Kneifel at 3. He's safe. Bases loaded for the Tigers here. 1-2 from Marcos to Koselke. Ball up top. 2-2 now. You know, and like you said, Coach, if you're Koselke, let's try to add another one to the board here.
Yeah, well, you're going to add 2 if he gets a base hit here because Stewart is about halfway to third here by the time the pitch is delivered.
He's got a huge lead. The 2-2. Oh, my goodness. A ball outside is called a strike there. Very close. Marcos gets out of the inning, but 1 run crosses the very important go-ahead run. 4-3 in the championship round of Sectional 50. It's all now to the bottom of the 7th. The Blackhawks either tie it or take the lead to win it all or lose, and the Tigers become Sectional Champions for the first time since 2002. We're here for it. You better stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports. We also thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP Petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Bottom of the 7th. Sectional 50 championship round. The Tri-Township Tigers lead the Westville Blackhawks 4-3. All right, Coach, you're the Tri-Township Tigers. You're 3 outs away from hoisting a sectional championship trophy. What are you telling your guys in the dugout?
Get 3 outs. It's not that easy, though. Very important here. This is a big at-bat for Gavin Hannon. You want to keep the leadoff man off base here in this situation.
Yeah, it is the leadoff man, Gavin Hannon, stepping into the batter's box for his 4th appearance.
Yes, 4th at bat, singled and scored back in the 1st.
And he will swing and miss for strike 1. It looks like, yes, strike 1 there for Gavin Hannon. Cody Vernich still in relief for Cade Koselke, who started on the mound today. Next pitch is a ball. Evens up at 1-1 here. Vernich to deal. Up top, ball 2.
Yeah, Vernich in line to pick up this win here in relief of Koselke, as Koselke didn't get the required 4 innings pitched to earn a win.
So then I was incorrect in saying that earlier.
Yes.
My apologies.
That's okay. I must have missed that.
I told you to correct me, Coach.
I missed it then. Sorry. I don't listen to everything you say, Mitch.
Oh, why not? I'm kidding. Chopper down to third. Stewart throws over to first. Not in time. It got away from Stewart as it pulls the first baseman, number 21 for the Tigers, Ethan Daly, off the bag. So getting to first safely is Gavin Hannon, the leadoff man, the tying run at first.
Yeah, that's important here. So now that puts a little more pressure defensively on the Tigers. And
Vernich bunt shown by number 2, Jack Stacy. Didn't pull it away in time. It's strike 1 called. I think it would have been a strike anyway.
Yeah, it was a good pitch.
As this is Stacy's 4th appearance today. Cody Vernich, the 0-1. Finds the zone. Now 0-2 and slamming his bat on the ground. The tip of his bat was Jack Stacy. He's disappointed with himself here. He was trying or is still trying to advance Hannon to 2 as here he swings on the next offered pitch, fouled off out of play. 4-3 is the score. The Tigers lead. We are in the bottom of the 7th. If the Tigers can hold on, they will have some hardware this afternoon. The 0-2. Swing and a miss! Strike 3 and out number 1. Jack Stacy goes down. The Tigers 2 outs away.
Big pitch there to come back and threw nothing but strikes to Stacy right there, but fastball up and on the outside corner. Tough pitch to lay off of as the hitter, especially when you have 2 strikes.
1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3. Ooh, throws over to first. Ho, man. Gavin Hannon flirted with going to 2. Vernich steps off the rubber, slings it over to Daly at first. Almost gets the tag, but they say he is safe. Back to work. Vernich, there goes. Hannon to take 2. They throw down. The tag, he's out. Out number 2. Was that a ball or a strike that was thrown, Coach? That's what I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It happened so fast. We'll see if the home plate umpire gives us something. It may have been a ball. We're not. Yep, ball 1. Next pitch by Vernich. They called it a strike, so it is evened up at 1-1, and you see Rory Bradeney wanting an explanation. What a huge tag at 2, Coach.
Yeah, it was great tag. The throw was good, but quick tag, and I'm not sure whether it was the shortstop or the second baseman on the tag, but great hands to get the tag.
2-1 from Vernich. Popped up foul out of play. Blackhawk Nation came in full force. Tiger Nation may have showed up a little bit more. They want to see this today here on their home field.
1 strike to go.
2-2 count. Vernich on the mound, a chance to get this win for him.
I think he throws this ball anywhere letters and up. I think lacrosse will be your second sectional championship.
Finds the zone. The Tigers do it. Since 2002, they've been waiting. They are the Sectional 50 champions. Congratulations to the Tri-Township Tigers. They did it. 4-3 is the final, and you heard it here first. Tell everybody. Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. We are going to the Collins Insurance postgame show. We will have our Stark County Co-op play of the game and our Ashley Derrickson 5-star player of the game. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the best, KVB's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere.
Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox.
Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989.
Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
4-3 is the final as the Tri-Township Tigers become sectional champions for the first time since 2002. It's been 22 years, Coach. What a win for them.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Good for them. Good for the kids. Good for the community. Nothing like winning championships in high school athletics.
Well, and on your home field at that, too.
Yep, absolutely. I don't know how many seniors are on their roster, but just something you're not going to forget.
Well, a big win for the Tigers. We're going to hopefully have a word with some of the players on the field as our very own sideline reporter Paul Dunn is on the field. We're going to let these guys enjoy this moment here, Coach. They're hugging each other. This is something they've been waiting on for a long time. We had talked with Aaron Rust a little bit ago. He's been working with these guys. Of course, his son Blaine Rust is on this team. He's been working with these guys since they were young pups. And, man, here they are today. They make it happen. You see the hugs, the tears of joy. What a moment for them to make this happen. They get the trophy, but you see what's more important is the friendships they've built with each other, the brotherhood that they have together. They are just so happy for each other. This is a really good unit, Coach. I think they're tight-knit.
Yeah, they played well today. Yeah, they made some mistakes, but when the plays needed to be made, they got to the 7th inning. Vernich did the job on the mound. Russ did the job offensively, getting on base, making things happen, scoring the winning run.
We have a score update from North Judson as the South Central Satellites are taking on Wheeler for a sectional championship game. Nathan Orger is the public address announcer over there at Judson. We were thinking maybe we could get him on the air via call, but with as many announcements as he's got going on doing that, he said we're just going to have to do text. He said after 2, Wheeler leads South Central 4-3. Both pitchers have thrown decently, Nathan said, but a number of errors and mental mistakes by both sides have kept things interesting, along with just 2 or 3 clutch hits between the two. Charlie Smoker is on the mound for South Central, and David Lindlow is pitching for Wheeler. It was an RBI double for Tommy Sullivan in the first, then errors for other runs. RBI single for Lindlow and Lucas McNamara in the second for Wheeler, plus a run on an error. Very thorough is Nathan Orger. I always appreciate that, as he does a good job over there at North Judson being the public address announcer. But back in our game where we were here in La Crosse, Indiana, another historic moment on KVB's WKVI. This has been happening since 1969. Sports has been going on in this local area here on a small radio station. It is an honor to be here at Tri-Township to see them win their first sectional championship since 2002. We will stand by and hopefully get a word with Paul Dunn in a few moments, Coach, but just all in all, your opinion in my opinion, Coach, this was the most fun game I've done with you all season.
Well, this was a great baseball game, 4-3, and like I mentioned earlier, yeah, there were some mistakes, but both teams battled. The pitchers that took the mound today, they battled. They threw the ball. They threw strikes. Hitters had good at bats. Just a lot of excitement here. A lot of people here down both lines, and just a great day for high school baseball.
Well, they are at home plate, very excited. You see Aaron Russ going out there, all the families, the parents taking the pictures at home plate. Just a very exciting moment for these guys. And this is honestly a very nice ball field. I don't think we brought it up. How fantastic this ball field is here in La Crosse, Indiana. You wouldn't think back here, you drive off the main state road here, that there'd be this beautiful ball diamond, but what they say in that old movie, if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, this field has been here forever. I played on this field. Back when I played, there was I went to Morgan Township. There was a track in left field, so they had a track out here. I mentioned they had cleaned up the tree lines, but yeah, you drive down 421 between La Crosse and Wanata, and you see the sign that says La Crosse Ball Diamond. But yeah, you have no idea unless you come back here. The work that the coaches over the years and the community and the school administration, the amount of work that they have put into this facility, and
it's beautiful.
For a small school, these kids and community are blessed to have a facility like this.
Well, and they've been hosting the sectional. I want to say this is their second year in a row of hosting this sectional, and the fact that you get to win on your home field, I think is it's even a little bit more of an excitement for them. You look over to the Westville side, and it looks like several of them are they had a nice handshake earlier, but they are just, hey, they came this close. They had a tough regular season, Coach, and I think we see, sorry to interrupt you, my bad, Coach, we have down on the sideline with Paul Dunn. It is head coach of the Tri-Township Tigers. This is more important than what I had to say. Let's go down to you, Paul, with head coach Mike Shinrod.
Hello, Mitch. Here with Coach Shinrod after this huge win for them. Coach, congratulations, first of all.
Oh, yeah, thank you so much.
So you took the big lead 3-1 in I think it was the top of the 4th inning. Westville kind of fought back at the end, tied the game in the bottom of the 6th. What was your message to your guys going into the top 7th?
I told him, hey, guys, it's do or die right now. We have an inning left. We've got to hit the ball. We've got to get a run on and then just hold them. You guys just have to battle now. This is where champions are made at.
Yeah, absolutely. So who are some of the guys that you're just the happiest for here for the Tigers?
That whole entire senior class, really all of them. And honestly, sorry. It started with Aaron Rust years ago. So for me, I'm really happy for him because he's worked with these kids both before I did. So, it started with Aaron, and, I just came up and picked off where he left off, and Eric Snyder as well, before me. And now we're here, so it's all them guys. I'm happy for every single one of them, and I'm sure every single person listening to this that's been in these kids' life, they're all enjoying it right now. I'm happy for all of them.
Mm-hmm. And you had a great crowd on hand here for this game. What do you have to say to them?
I'm glad you guys all came out. I know this year, expectations were high to us, and we definitely didn't disappoint for our fans, and I feel like our fan base grew a lot this year. And I definitely think, everybody's on board. And, for us as our fans were kept us alive because, Prep Baseball Report, PBR doubted us. I feel like a lot of people in PCC, they didn't think we were anything like we weren't last year, and we've been doubted for years now. And, to go out there and prove everybody wrong and have our fans have our back 100% to the end is amazing.
Paul, I got a question for Coach Shinrod.
Mitch has a question for you.
Yeah, ask Coach Shinrod what Aaron Rust, that embrace with Aaron Rust, what did Aaron share, if he can, what did Aaron tell him?
So in your embrace with Aaron Rust, what did you tell him or what did he tell you?
I just gave him a hug and said it's all because of him. I gave him the game ball because Aaron deserves it. It started with him. And, I seen Blaine be emotional, which is not something Blaine does. That speaks volumes right there on how important this was to the Rust family, who is out at this field night and day, constantly working on this field and helping keep this program together with me. So, that's just a hug between me and Aaron to really soak in everything that's happened. And Aaron told me, now go get Morgan. Go get Morgan Township.
Well, all right.
Well, again, congratulations to you, Coach.
All right, Paul, we appreciate you. We'll let you take your time. I know they're celebrating right now. We'll see if we can get a word with maybe Cody Vernich or, hey, anybody you want to talk to, really. Paul, it's really up to you. We'd love to hear from Cody Vernich. We also would love to hear from Blaine Rust, maybe Dylan Stewart. Who else do you think we should hear from, Coach?
Oh, it would be interesting in Cade Kozelke, probably.
Yeah,
would be a good one to hear from.
Yeah, so no rush, Paul. We'll keep things up here in the press box for you, but we appreciate you getting that word with head coach Mike Shinrod, Paul. We'll let you get back to work.
All right.
All right, they are celebrating here in La Crosse, Indiana, as the Tri-Township Tigers become Sectional 50 champions for the first time since 2002. Let's get back to what we were talking about, Coach. The overall opinion of this game. I think I'd interrupted you there. My apologies. I mean, just from start to finish, it was a great game from my point of view.
It was. Like I said, the pitchers threw the ball pretty well on both sides. It was just a good high school baseball game.
Well, let's get a word with Chris McGowan, who's up here in the booth with us. Chris, grab that microphone there. Let's have a chat with you real quick. Yeah. Let's have a little chat with you. I mean, you've been teaching here at Tri-Township. You've coached here at Tri-Township. I know you know Aaron Rust really well. You guys are good friends, as well as Mike Shinrod. I mean, talk about what this means to Tri-Township right now.
Oh, it means a lot. This was the goal for this team coming in to this season, and last year they thought that they had a chance to do what they did today. So, again, I tell you what, you got to give Westville all the credit in the world because, the first two games this year, Tri-Township had their number and handled them pretty easily. But today was a different story. And, you go into the bottom, you go into the 7th inning, knotted up to 3-3. It's all you can ask for. Give yourself a chance. And Tri-Township was able to get that run across and, a couple big plays in the field there in the bottom of 7th and got it done.
Anything stick out to you throughout this game that you thought was surprising?
I can't say it was surprising just because, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. We found that out in girls basketball, or beat a team twice. But, again, it's just one of those things where, I think the senior leadership here for Tri-Township, kids have been playing a very long time. These seniors I coached when they were in 8th grade, when I coached junior high baseball here, and the 1 year I was a baseball coach. But, again, it's a great group of kids, and, they deserve it. And like the song says, we're going to celebrate.
Absolutely. Well, and you saw look, Tiger Nation here in full force. They're not going home anytime soon. From what I talked with Aaron Russ a little earlier, I think he's on the volunteer fire department here in town. He said, "Hey,
he's the fire chief."
Oh, he's the fire. My apologies.
He's the boss.
He said, "If we got to get a fire truck out and run down Main Street of La Crosse, we'll do it." I think the celebration is just starting, Chris.
I think they're going to run through La Crosse here, probably head up 421 to Wanata and circle Wanata a few times, and then come on back to the ball diamond.
Well, that'll be a lot of fun, man. Well, I appreciate you being here. You did a good job as the public address announcer, and I'm still waiting on that one game we'll get to do baseball. I know you played college baseball.
I tell you what, maybe the regional game.
We'll see what happens. Where they'll go.
We don't know where they're playing at yet. They play the winner of Couts and Morgan Township, and the last score I saw on the 5th, Morgan Township was up 9-2.
Wow.
So
it may be Morgan Township. We'll see what happens there. Well, we're standing by waiting for Paul Dunn. We'll see if he gets a word with several of the players here. We're letting them celebrate. It's kind of hard for him to weave through and get with them and interrupt their pictures and moments to chat. So we're giving Paul the chance to just try to find someone. It looks like it looks like that is number 3 for the Tri-Township Tigers. It's Cody Vernich. Let's go down with Paul Dunn. It's Tri-Township Tiger, Cody Vernich. Paul.
Yeah, Mitch, I'm here with Cody Vernich, the relief pitcher for the Tigers here today. So congratulations, first of all. What does this mean to you to win this sectional on your home field here today?
Really means a lot, but I really did it for that senior class. I got gypped out of the sectional when they lost by 1 to South Central, and I know it means a lot to them. So it feels really good.
So what do you think this means to the school here at Tri-Township and La Crosse?
Don't think we can't win because we'll show them wrong.
So what was the message Coach gave to you when you were going to the bottom of the 7th, up by 1 run as the pitcher?
He just said, throw strikes, do what you can do. And
just like you said.
Got it.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Go ahead and give your parents a shout-out, too, because they're just as much a part of this as you are.
Yeah. They both helped me a lot, making sure I iced my arm. So it's in shape to do what I did today.
Names. We want names.
Dee Vernich and Tracy Vernich.
Thank you, Cody. Congratulations. Good luck in the regional.
All right, thanks, Paul. That is Paul Dunn, our sideline reporter, with Cody Vernich, getting a word with several of the players. You believe Cody Vernich had a huge reason behind them winning today.
Yeah, he was a huge part offensively and defensively. He earned the win on the mound. And I was just looking back through my scorebook, and Westville's last time through the batting order, the last 9 batters that he faced at bat, he struck out 7 of the last nine guys. So he did it all on the mound. He got the win, had the game-winning RBI, had a base hit. So quite a day.
Well, it looks like Paul Dunn has had an opportunity to grab Cade Koselke, who started on the mound for the Tigers. Paul, let's find out how excited Cade Koselke is. What do you have?
Yeah, Mitch. Got Cade Koselke here. So, first of all, congratulations. So, you were the starting pitcher for the Tigers. Things got a little dicey in the inning. What was Coach's message to you when you came out of the game on the mound?
Just breathe and pitch how I've been pitching, but it wasn't
going the way that we'd hoped. So glad Cody could come in and finish for us.
Absolutely. Cody, heck of a finisher, too, for you guys. Obviously, you didn't have your star pitcher here today because of pitch counts, but still, you and Cody got the job done. So what does this mean to you, this sectional championship?
It means a lot because last time we won it was in 2002, and that was my uncle's that passed away his junior year also, and he started the game for pitching.
Wow.
So it really,
family connection there.
So it really means a lot to us.
So what do you think it means to the community here in La Crosse and Tri-Township for this sectional?
I think it means a lot because it's very big to us because it hasn't happened very often, and we got it done.
Absolutely. So who are your parents? Guess a little shout out to your parents. They're just as much of a part of this as you are.
Shout out to my mom, Jamie Kaselke, and my dad, Mike Kaselke, and my little brother over there, Gavin.
Again, congratulations and good luck to you in the regional.
All right, that's Paul Dunn with Cade Koselke as the Tri-Township Tigers become sectional champions, beating the Westville Blackhawks 4-3 is the final. And I read this earlier on in the broadcast, but I wanted to bring it up again. On this Memorial Day, we pause to remember the many fallen soldiers who died protecting our freedoms. Memorial Day has its origins from the time of the Civil War when people began laying flowers on the graves of soldiers in the spring. And at that time, the day was actually known as Decoration Day. Memorial Day has since become a holiday to include all those who died during the U.S. military service. What an honor it was to be here today on Memorial Day for our heroes, to see the Tri-Township Tigers win a sectional championship. We are indebted to those that have given their lives to the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, Coach. It's pretty awesome. We get to do this. We're pretty free. We have a lot of freedoms I think a lot of people take for granted.
We do. That there is no doubt. And we have those freedoms because of the sacrifices of hundreds of thousands of others that have protected us and served before us. So very thankful.
Yeah, very thankful. We're allowing Paul some time to get with some of the other players. We've already heard from Cody Vernich. We've also heard from Cade Koselke. Several of the players are at home plate taking pictures. So we will allow Paul to take his time. No rush, Paul. We'll get with you when we can. We're going to take a quick break and come back. We will announce our Stark County Co-op play of the game. That's up next. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
The Tri-Township Tigers are sectional champions today here on Memorial Day, May 27th, 2024. Mitch Columbi along with sports analyst Kevin Hannon. What is our Stark County Co-op play of the game, Coach?
Well, in my opinion, the play of the game comes in the top of the seventh inning. La Crosse had their first two batters up, both made outs, so you're down 2 outs, back to the top of your order, and then you get Blaine Rust up there, worked a walk, stole second base. Blaine Rust had a great game as a leadoff hitter. He had 2 hits, stole a couple bases, scored that game-winning run. So that was my play of the game, was him getting on base, stealing second, and scoring that game-winning run in the 7th inning.
Blaine Rust.
Well,
good for him. What a play it was. We won't forget today. What a great game it was. Congratulations to Blaine Rust on that amazing play, as he did, in fact, make the Stark County Co-op play of the game. We're allowing the players some moments to celebrate this win down on the field right now. Paul Dunn still on the field making things happen, and here comes head coach Shinrod. He wants a little more interview. He wants to chat a little bit more here with the guys. Man, Coach, we had a word with you. We found out what Aaron Rust had said to you down on the field. Just dive in a little bit more. What does this mean to this program and to the corporation?
It means everything. I've had Principal McMahon come up and tell me thank you for doing this, and like I said, it started with all these boys years ago being together when they were 5. It was with Aaron, Dylan with me 6 or 7 years ago. Me and Dylan have been doing this forever together, and I told Superintendent Kelly and Snod when originally, they wanted me to bring.
Yeah.
Their point of hiring me was to bring a sectional home, and so to deliver that, that's huge for me. I like to keep my promises, and I made that pretty bold statement to Tiger Nation.
You did, and he kind of
I'm going to call you out on that here in a minute, so go ahead.
I made that pretty bold statement.
But you've been talking about it for 2 years with us.
Yes,
You've been setting the goal, and you want that bar to be as high as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Man, where's the party going to be tonight, Coach?
Yeah, no kidding. All they can think about now is now it's regionals.
Yep.
They're tired. I got to tell them live in the moment real fast, guys.
Yeah, enjoy this for about 2 hours till you get home. Then you'll start working on whoever it was.
Morgan
I don't know.
Township.
Morgan Township. But, yeah, good ball club. You're very familiar with them. But
yeah.
Going back to the pregame, as we're waiting for this game, and I'm up here going through my scorebook, and Mitch is playing the interviews, and I had to take my headset off, and I looked down at the guys here in the press box, and I said, Did Coach Schoenrad actually just guarantee victory? And everybody was nodding their head. And I've coached a lot of years, but it was bold. But what was going through your mind there in the 5th, 6th, 7th inning when you're like, oh, should I have said that? Or
I ain't gonna lie, I definitely thought back to it. I was like, man, I made a pretty bold statement to our fans, and Cody got a little walkish for a minute, and I was like, all right. But then I think about the 6th inning, it wasn't Cody that really worried me. It was the flyouts and the putting the ball into the air too much. And because Cody going into that 6th, I see him start throwing harder, and I seen Cody start dialing himself down some, and I was like, all right. Like, he's locked in. Now we just need to run across the board real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, there in the 6th and 7th inning I mentioned earlier on air, he struck out 7 of the last 9 batters he faced. So
yeah,
he really got going when you needed him to get going.
Yeah, and Cody knew that. He went 4 innings earlier in the year against them with 10 strikeouts. So I knew if Cody started really pumping, he was going to be fine. But I think people kind of wonder why I didn't start Cody. But I knew Cody got about 4 or 5 innings in him, and then the tired part starts in, and Cody will start struggling a lot. So I know I got about 4 innings in him. So I wanted to end that in the 7th because, Dylan's out, Cade's out, Cody's out. I didn't want to have to go to nobody else.
Right, exactly. Well, don't go anywhere, Coach. It looks like Dylan Stewart is standing by with our sideline reporter, Paul Dunn. What do you want Paul to tell Dylan from you?
I wonder if they're kicking themselves in the butt for walking you so many times.
Paul, Coach Shinrod wants to ask Dylan Stewart, is he tired of getting kicked in the butt for being walked every single time at bat tonight? You're with Dylan Stewart. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, hey, Matt. So Dylan Stewart here with me. So Coach wanted me to ask you, how does it feel to be kicked in the butt every time being walked, every time you come up to the plate?
Today I kind of expected it. The last time we played, I went 4 for 4 with 6 RBIs. So I kind of knew that this was their best chance if they wanted to have it a close game. So I was ready for it.
Yeah. Well, again, first, congratulations. So how does this feel to you? How does this sectional, what does this mean to you?
It feels great after last year, coming off just barely missing it, going down in the semifinal this year. Everybody was against us. Everyone was predicting trying to win. We played them in the semifinal. We shut them down. Didn't let them do too much. And today we just came out here and played our game, and we were ready for it. Feels great.
Speaking of that Triton game, let's go back to that. So you pitched, a 17 strikeout, no-hitter against them, but you knew that you weren't going to be able to pitch today because of that. Just how much – this sounds like a dumb question. How much confidence did you have in Kaselke and Burnett coming into this?
I knew they could shut it down. Kate shut it down really good against Boone Grove. We beat them in the PCC semifinal. And Cody, last time he pitched against them, he struck out 11 through 4 innings. So I knew that they weren't going to be able to really hit him, and defense backed them up today.
So what do you think the sectional means to your to the community here in La Crosse and Tri-Township?
I think the community loves it. I mean, it's been 22 years since we've won one, so it's not often they get to do this. And we got the fire trucks here already. Everybody's ready for the parade, and I think they love it.
Yeah, looks like they've got the fire trucks ready for the parade here shortly. So go ahead and give a shout out to your parents. Who are they?
Shout out to my mom and dad, Amanda Reeve and Andrew Reeve. They're always there for me, and I love them.
Congratulations and good luck in the regional.
All right, thanks, Paul. That is Paul Dunn with Tri-Township Tiger Dylan Stewart, who was our Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week last week. We heard his interview this past Saturday on the Saturday Sports Line. He told us in that interview he was going to get the job done. He didn't have to do much today, Coach. I think just him being here was enough intimidation for the Blackhawks to respect him.
Yeah, and as it turns out, he ended up scoring a run, and every run in a 4-3 game is important. He stole a couple bases, so when he's on base, he's a good base runner. He's an athletic kid, and anytime you have someone like that on the bases, you put pressure on the defense.
Well, I think Paul is making his way to Blaine Rust, trying to get a word with him. He's just been a very popular individual. Blaine Rust has taken pictures. I think he signed a few autographs. I don't know what's going on down there. He is just the king of the hour right now, and it looks like Paul is trying to make himself aware he's there. But no, he's got to do more pictures, Coach. He's got to shake hands and kiss babies. Or wait, reverse that. No, wait, don't.
Gotta enjoy it.
Yeah, Blaine Rust, big play today. It was named our Stark County Co-op Play of the Game. As here with Paul Dunn is the man of the hour, Blaine Rust. Paul.
Blaine, you were a hard person to find. You were all over the place getting pictures. Mitch said that you were probably signing autographs out here. First of all, congratulations on this. So what does this mean to you? What does this sectional championship mean to you?
It means a lot. We've been growing up talking about this, getting prepared for it since we were 4 or 5 years old, just working towards winning a sectional.
Man, a few words I see. So what does this mean what do you think this means to the community of La Crosse, Tri-Township?
Means a lot to them. They've grown up watching people win it a little bit. Eric Snyder was the last one to coach to win, I believe, and them to be here for this after 22 years, it probably means a lot to them, seeing their home team win a sectional again.
Mitch, you have any questions for him?
Yeah, ask Blaine what our play of the game today was. Remind me, Coach, what was the play of the game again?
Well, it wasn't a play, it was multiple plays. But, Blaine, it was your at-bat and base running there in the 7th inning that ended up scoring the winning run.
His at-bat in the 7th and then getting the scoring or the go-ahead run to Cross. Ask him about him getting on base and then bringing the go-ahead run home.
Okay, so you had the play of the game today, or plays of the game, I should say. When you walked in the top of the 7th with 2 outs and then your base running scored the game-winning run. Talk me through that. What was going through your mind that entire at-bat and then while you were on the base paths?
When I stepped into the box, my goal was just to get on base, to get in scoring position so that we could get ahead and win the game. And then when I got on base, just get in a scoring position so that we could win and make our dreams come reality.
There you go. Hey, that's a great way of putting that. So who are your parents? Give them a shout out for us.
My parents are Amber and Aaron Rust.
Well, again, congratulations to you. First sectional in 22 years here for Tri-Township, and good luck in the regional against Morgan Township.
All right, Paul, I appreciate you getting a word with Blaine Rust there. I think we've done our job today, Paul. Good job out there on the field. I got some pictures of you, so don't worry. I'll share that with you. Let's get your thoughts on this game real quick, Paul. You had it up close and personal down there by the dugout. What's something that in this game that stuck out to you before we call it quits?
Well, the field work by the Tigers today was a it's going to be an underappreciated part of this game is the field play that we had. They had 2 double plays in this game. Stewart had an unassisted one over at third, and the one that stopped a run from scoring down at home. I think that's going to be a underappreciated part of this game.
Wow. Well, Paul, I sure do appreciate you being here today. Kevin Hannon's up here shaking his head in agreement. Yeah, he totally agrees with that statement, Paul. Great job. I know I threw you to the fire, Paul, but I think you've learned to work with me on that. You're a professional in my book. I appreciate you being here.
Well, I'm glad that you gave me the opportunity to do this. I'm thankful that we got to enjoy a great baseball game here on Memorial Day.
Yes, absolutely. Happy Memorial Day, Paul. You enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too, Mitch.
All
and
right.
You too, Kevin.
Thank you.
That is Paul Dunn, our sideline reporter on location. He helped continue this tradition today as Harold Welter had started all those years ago. When anyone wins a sectional, regional, semi-state, or state, we go down to the players and we hear it from the horse's mouth. We heard from several key players on this Tri-Township Tiger team. What a story it was. We were so glad we were able to bring you that story here on the historic Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. The tradition continues. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5 Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5 Star in the Knox Mall. We're going to take a break and come back for the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. This is the Collins Insurance Post-Game Show, and you are listening to KVB's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Mitch?
Hey, thanks, John. It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game, given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson St. Pierre High School who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We will tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owners serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Well, Coach, who are you thinking?
Well, I think it all comes back to Cody Vernich and the day he had starting out as a catcher, but he ended up with 2 RBIs, a base hit, game-winning RBI on the day, all that offensively. But then he came in and pitched 4 1/3 or 4 2/3, not sure on the exact stat, but earned the win on the mound, struck out 7 of the last batters he faced, and just all-around great day.
Cody Vernich is our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. I think that might be his father there at home plate with Aaron Rust. He is holding the hardware. I think I've realized how much not only did this mean to the families, but, I mean, the players, it also meant this much to the families. There's some fathers, Tanner Ringel's father, Cody Vernich's father, Blaine Russ's father at home plate getting a picture together. It's been an all-hands-on-deck here in La Crosse, Indiana for the Tri-Township Tigers. The beautiful baseball field, they've been prepping these boys for this moment, and you heard head coach Shinrod say they're already talking about regionals versus Morgan Township, Coach. It sounds like they're happy but not satisfied.
No, you're going to enjoy this game, like I said, for the next hour, 2 hours. The families will probably enjoy it longer than the coaches, but I bet you in the coaches' minds they're already putting together scouting report and the game plan for Saturday against Morgan Township.
We have a score update from the South Central matchup, another one of our area teams we cover. Of course, the South Central Satellites, you can't go without saying baseball and them together. They are just that powerhouse program in the area. But the South Central Satellites, after 3, are now leading. Of course, they are playing, like we had mentioned earlier, Wheeler in that sectional championship matchup going on at North Judson. Our very own sports analyst Nathan Orger is also the public address announcer over there at Judson. He said after 3, South Central is now on top 7-5. 4 walks and 5 plate appearances and a bases clearing double propelled the Satellites, while Wheeler answered with 1 on a walk, double, and a South Central error. Tommy Sullivan took over on the mound for South Central in the 3rd inning, and Charlie Smoker was the starter for the Satellites. So right now the Satellites are in a battle with Wheeler right now. A huge opportunity for the Satellites to become sectional champions as well today, Coach.
Yeah, and they're kind of fighting an uphill battle, the Satellites are, with their pitching staff, as Braden Grass is out for, I don't know the reason. I know he just not able to play at this point. And so anytime you do that going into the playoffs when the games are within days of each other, everybody on your staff moves up a notch, and it's a big, but they have the senior leadership there. They've played a lot of baseball. Those kids will bounce back, and I'm sure, they may not always be the prettiest of games, but at this point you score one more run than the team you're playing.
It's a high-scoring game over there.
Yeah, and as was their game earlier with Hebron on Saturday. They scored 12 runs, gave up 8, but just live to play tomorrow. That's got to be their motto at this point.
Our 3rd and final area baseball team in action for sectional championship, were the Knox Redskins. They made it all the way to the sectional championship round against New Prairie. We had talked earlier on in the broadcast, and I told Coach Dustin Waters on the Saturday Sports Line this past weekend, I said, I can't speak for you, Coach, but I feel like if I told you at the beginning of the year it was going to be not a very good season, you wouldn't have very many wins, but you'll make it to the sectional championship game, I said, I feel like you'd take that. And he paused and he said, yeah, I'd take it. The Redskins unfortunately fall to New Prairie 13-0, but they gain the experience of playing in a sectional championship game. How much does that mean to the future?
It means a lot, and they also they were sectional runners-up to a team that could potentially in 2 weeks be playing in Victory Field. That New Prairie program is at a place where a lot of 3A teams, Knox is included in that, they want to get to, but Mark Schellinger does a great job there, and like I said, they could be a team that could be representing the North at Victory Field. They're that good.
Well, they got the chance to see that team, and that prepares the Redskins for the future. That's what head coach Waters is all about right now, preparing for the future of his Knox Redskins. But in our game here in La Crosse, Indiana, the Tri-Township Tigers become sectional champions for the first time since 2002. The final was 4-3. We will be back in action. We don't know where we're going to be yet. We will see. We obviously know the Tigers have won, so we will be looking toward hopefully being able to do that game for them. But also on the other side, South Central is also in the hunt to potentially become sectional champions. So stay up to speed on all of our social media sites as well as 99.3 FM throughout the week on our sports checks. We will keep you up to date. Our final Saturday Sports Line is this weekend. So by this time next week, we'll see where we are. I think when is the regional? Is it this weekend?
Saturday.
Yeah, this weekend. So we got to have a chat here at KVB headquarters and find out where we're going to be, depending on if South Central does in fact win. That would be 2 of our area teams becoming sectional champions. So good luck to the Satellites. We hope that happens. Last year we didn't have a sectional championship team in baseball in our area. So just really honored to be here today. But we do remind you to join us each weekend throughout the school year for the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest running high school sports show in Indiana. Thank thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you ever miss the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Central. This coming weekend, like I said, the last Saturday Sports Line of the 2023-2024 school year, we will be announcing our Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Year to finish off our season. We also invite you to follow us on those social media sites, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you, Coach.
Just, again, it's been a pleasure working with you guys this year. Pleasure being able to do this on Memorial Day, and it's really been awesome to sit here and, you know, you can say what you want about big schools, small schools, but I think with this community and growing up here, not in this exact area, but Couts, Morgan, La Crosse, the old PCC, it's really cool to see all the generations out here on the field. Still out here on the field, just soaking it in, and you don't always get that at your bigger schools, but you get that at schools like this.
Well, a big win for the Tri-Township Tigers. Gee whiz. It's been a long morning. It's been a long weekend for me, Coach. I've driven everywhere across the state, but we made it here and we made this broadcast happen. Our final in this one, the Tri-Township Tigers beat the Westville Blackhawks in Sectional 50, the championship round, to become sectional champions for the first time since 2002, the final 4-3. From all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our sports analysts Kevin Hannon, Nathan Orger, and Paul Dunn, our in-game announcer John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Baseball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winamac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.